love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always think what I want, and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no, I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. 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 Don't be scared. Just give it up. Don't be scared. I'm so gone, no, I'm never turning back. I won't stop, I'ma fight until there's nothing left. It's so on, you're gonna be hurting bad, cause I've been to hell and back. You don't wanna make me mad, I stay strong, you will never see me crack. And if you get in my way, you're gonna feel the wrath. Gotta say it to my face while he's looking back. Mirror breaks after math, when I hate, I attack. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. 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 Don't be scared. Just give it up. Don't be scared.
Oh, Sasquatch? Oh, yeah, he's like the Sandy Waxler of YouTube's.
Yeah, there's no sound there. There's sound there.
Next time he'll get his own ketchup.
Yeah, damn right I will. I need some Get Good juice. All right, so we're ready to go. Let's do this thing. This ain't one of those shows. We're not doing one of those. This is totally different. We're talking about problems, solutions, methods, and madness. What is up, Captain Curmudgeon? It's good to see you, brother. We're gonna go kind of open panel here in about 30 minutes. We're gonna have a nice chat with CarThief before then, which I got backstage. I'm gonna go ahead and bring you out. But I got one of your clips that I brought up, and I hope. Hey, CarThief, how you doing, brother?
Hey, I'm doing good, brother, man.
Yeah,
ATL Auditor, good to see you. Captain Curmudgeon.
We're going to jump to the
Always
chat
a
here in just
pleasure.
a second, but I got a specific clip right here that I brought up specifically because it's specific. I love it. It's great.
Actually, don't hit the music. I think I'm not quite finished yet. I feel like we still haven't done Nina the courtesy of a proper send-off. And the only fitting way in which to do that, I think we'll all agree,
Great.
is with a Disney show
What
too.
that been, BTV?
So kick me one of them funky ass beats.
Beautiful, brother.
Nina's unemployed right now because she was too ferocious. I'd like to say we took her down, but I'm not braggadocious. She shot herself right in the foot by being so atrocious. Her character has been exposed as thoroughly monstrous. Diddle 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 I, diddle 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 I.
Beautiful, dude.
When Nina was a little girl, she had the strangest habit. Her friends would take their homework out and she would promptly grab it. Then she would pull a Sharpie out and thoroughly redact it. When there's a chance for censorship, our Nina has to have it. Hey! Jim Eagle, why don't you play something special in honor of our good friend Ms. Jankowitz?
All right, I'm gonna make you have to go look for that one to find the next team. But
Dude, that was fun.
I love him, dude. I absolutely love him. He was tons of fun backstage. He was just an amazing guest in general. It's one of my best shows. I think the person that suggested him to me, he's fantastic. If I could throw him 1,000 subs right now, I would.
There's American Amy. Hello, Amy.
Oh, we get all
And
kinds.
Queen Bird.
They'll just let anybody in here. All right, let's do this. Let's do the chat. Let's go back to the beginning, to begin again anew. Let's do it. Because I mean, you're old hat at this. You've been here before, right?
Do what?
Right. We got Work Line in here with the gold. Mama Gnome gets the silver, and the seventh son gets the bronze. Welcome to the show, everybody. We got
Ta-da.
Desert Princess OPD. Her cat is 17 years old. Lady Justice Press, Mr. Bean, and George Ward. Welcome to the show. It's good to see both of you.
Good deal. I like all of those folks. Except for Lady Justice Liberty Press. I love her. Come on.
Queen Bird's in the chat. It's good to see her. Let's see. Captain Curmudgeon himself has showed up. I hope that was an appropriate clip. I figured they're public. We can all watch them, right? American Amy, and it just jumped like a whole bunch for some silly reason. I don't know why. I think I missed somebody back there. If I missed you, say something in chat. I'll shout you out. CarThief will. Somebody will. We'll all talk to you. We're good people.
Right.
All right. So you had some things take place, right?
Yes, I did.
All right. So you want to just start with that? Do you want the big screen or little screen good for you?
Little screen's fine. We can just do anything. It doesn't matter.
Okay, man. We'll rock out that way then. So all right, let's try to start at the beginning. You were doing what?
I had a couple of subscribers get a hold of me through comments saying, when are you going to start your downtown summer tours of Springfield, Missouri again? We did it all last summer, and it was really a lot of fun. You know, just people watching and filming the idiocy of college kids and so on.
Right.
And I made Memorial Day Friday. Well, the Friday of Memorial Day weekend was my first night out. And got to the very first place. I'm not going to drop the name of the bar because it's still in litigation. But they're a live music venue here in Springfield, and they've been open for 25 plus years. I've been in that place at least 50 times. And I went and talked to the manager. I told him, I said, look, I'm a local journalist. I would like to, because I love this place, and we all do, I'd like to come in and showcase what the new owners are doing and yada, yada, yada. And he was like, yeah, man, we'd love to have you. Come on in. And he even offered to get me my cover charge back. And I was like, no. I don't want anything free. It's, that goes to the band. And about an hour and a half, I was in there, recording this, that, and the other. That recording came up missing, but I was just wiped off my phone.
Right.
And
we'll get one step at a time.
Yeah.
So you're recording in a bar with the permission of the owner?
Well, the manager.
The manager. Okay, good enough. You had someone from the establishment go, fuck it, I don't care.
A bouncer, I'm guessing the head of security was mean mugging me the whole time.
Okay.
And
I don't care what's on somebody's face, brother. That shit has nothing to do with me. They can wear what they want on their face. I don't give a damn. They happy, sad, mad, glad. I don't give a fuck. They can get me glad in the same pants they got mad in.
Exactly. Until they start including you in their bullshit.
I'm not even real big on that shit. You can include me in your bullshit all you want to, because there's two things that comes from that: better publicity or better name calling.
There was some good name calling.
Awesome. Well, all right. So you're filming.
I gotta get out front of the rain.
Who had an issue with it first?
The bouncer.
Okay. So head bouncer.
And he said something to the effect of not supposed to be recording in here. And I said, well, you might ought to take that up with the manager because I've already got permission.
Right.
And he didn't like being talked down to by an old timer. And kid probably between 25 and 28 years old. He's a young guy. And I went outside. I told him what got him started.
I'm sorry, dude. I'm trying to get this to pause at the beginning. There we go.
Oh, that's okay.
Go ahead. My bad.
What got him started was, he had hair down to about 10 inches above his ass crack, which I ain't slamming long hair. Come on, I've had long hair. And, 33 years as a biker, come on, I've had long hair. And he said something shitty. He used the F word, and I don't mean fuck. What's the one word in the English language that gets under a straight man's skin? Yeah, I'm not going to say it, but he used it. So I told him, I said, it looks like your mom's still cutting your hair like a girl. And he got pissed and he said something else. And I said, I bet you look tough in Mama's stuff over at Martha's on the weekend. Martha's Vineyard is our gay bar. And on the weekend, they have drag shows.
I'm not saying I'd take a swing at you for talking about anything to do with my mama, but I might have made a few people apologize once or twice over the phone. All I'm saying, it might have happened.
Right.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. So I go out on the front sidewalk and I'm smoking a cigarette. You can't smoke anywhere inside in Springfield. So I'm out on the sidewalk and I'm just about to start a video and I'm talking to myself and he goes, you don't need to be recording our crowd coming in and out.
Sure you can.
And I stole this from Josh Abrams over at Accountability for All. I told him, I said, well, until I'm standing on a public sidewalk, so until they change the First Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, eat a dick.
Oh, that didn't go over well, I take it.
Right, that did not, because as soon as he started walking towards me, because I was outside the bar, I was like, we're not going to do this, kiddo. And he goes, you ain't got a choice in the matter, fat ass. I'm losing 335 pounds. That fat ass stuff quit hurting my feelings about 8th grade. Whatever. And I put my phone in my back pocket, and because I'm injured in my right hand, I carry left-handed now. We are a permitless carry state with stand your ground laws. And as I put my phone in my back pocket, I went ahead and drew, because our stand the ground laws say that you say as a disabled person, I don't have to stand there and take an ass whooping before I pull my piece. And I'm holding it at a low ready, about 1.5 feet in front of his toes, and in no uncertain terms, no. He immediately stopped. I didn't even take the safety off.
Oh.
And at that point, he turned around, called the cops. When the cop shows up, just one, he didn't do a second's worth of investigation. Boom, you're under arrest. He was extremely rough with me, putting me in the car, which my right shoulder and my right wrist are still fucked from the motorcycle accident. So, he was not comfortable. And they just kind of went from there. I ended up spending 33. They charged me with unlawful use of a weapon. Based on the situation, it wasn't unlawful. It was a stand your ground situation. And right. And I'm sure that welcome to my special flavor of brain injury.
Let me finish. I'm just asking questions.
Yeah. Okay.
You were on a public sidewalk outside of a bar.
Correct.
Had you been drinking?
In an hour and a half, I had a light pour of a Guinness. Apparently, they don't know what a 16-ounce pour looks like. It's about 12 or 13.
Right. And
I had 2 shots. I went international, had 1 shot of Eagle Rare and 1 shot of tequila in an hour and a half.
And how tall?
Yes, I'd had something to drink, but in no uncertain terms was I intoxicated.
Hold on. How tall are you?
Yeah.
How tall are you?
How tall am I? I'm 6'2" and go 240.
Okay. 6'2", 240. We'll call it 5 ounces of alcohol in the, generic sense, not because you said what, 2 shots of tequila and a light pour Guinness, or 2
light pour Guinness, 1 shot of tequila, 1 shot of Eagle Rare bourbon.
Okay, so we're not even talking 6 shots. We're talking 4 or 3. Hell, you ain't even had a light buzz, dude.
Exactly.
Hell,
I was not even tipsy.
I'm gonna drink a whole pint after the show, take a nap, be fine in the morning. That's my plan.
There you go.
So I mean, no, I wouldn't call you intoxicated. Although I give you a diddly do to a damn if I know you would have blown fucking dead if you'd have blown a breathalyzer.
Yeah, right.
Tequila,
and that was the weird thing is the cop never even talked about field sobriety tests or a breathalyzer or anything.
Yeah, I'm sure he wouldn't mind if you used it, Cap. That'd be just fine. That's my new Captain America, y'all. I can't tell you how much I love his content. I'm still digging back through his old stuff. I didn't have a chance to get through it before the show. Oh yeah, he has some great stuff. Says I could use a little bit of it for some shorts and stuff. What's up, Kermit? Good to see you. Let's catch back up.
There's Kermit. Love that guy.
People. I dropped the decimal back here somewhere. I think there it is.
And there's Firm.
Audits chat. Good to see you, brother. We have American Amy. We have Irish Rover in Florida. Queen Bird. We have Danny Staten. Y'all go check that one out. That's an interesting one. He's got stuff. He does stuff. Exiled one is in the chat. Good to see you, brother.
Exiled one is my brother from another mother.
Mr. Bean, Captain Curmudgeon, MVTV. We've got Workline, Desert Rose, the Smoking Auditor. We have Kermit from Show Me State News Now. I love it, dude. I really do. But dear God, that is a mouthful to try to get out, man. That is hard.
Right.
American Justice of Texas has joined us. Sorry, I missed you if I missed you earlier. I think you're to see it just did it again. It just did that weird blink, and I lost some of the chats in my StreamYard.
That's
gone.
weird because it's still working in mine.
It's weird, man. This shit is driving me. They came all right. There wasn't a show the other day because we had a bit of an electrical problem, and they came and replaced a bit of line between down here in the middle of town all the way out to the hospital, and they put it back together. Man, it's been blazing fast ever since. I'm talking 10 minutes to download 2 or 3 hours of film. Woohoo!
Wow.
Kick ass. All right. Well, right after that, it went out again. It was out for a couple hours, popped back on. Then it went out the next day, a couple hours, popped back on, and I just didn't really feel comfortable going live for 10 minutes and having it drop. So, yeah. All right. Well, I think we got everybody. Jim Page. God damn it, Jim. I'm an announcer, not a sports doctor. I swear to God, that man is going to be the head coach at UGA if he does not change his ways. If he does not reconcile himself to the normal way of life, he will end up being head coach. I guarantee you. Hand on a stack of Bibles. It's the only thing he's ever wanted to do. Oh,
Swiss Miz is apologetic for being late.
Oh, Swizz Miz is not late. She arrives when she means to.
Fashionably on time.
Oh, yeah. All right. I'm sorry. I interrupted you in the middle of interruptions.
That's okay.
That is, damn it.
And hello, Desert Rose, as well.
Seventh Son. We got Chris Rodriguez. Anybody else new? Exiled one. I'll shout you out again. Yeah, I know. It's me. I'm what the fuck is up, bro. Check it out. This is me right here doing that thing. This is the thing I'm doing. And I know you ain't seen me in a minute, and now you're seeing me, and it's a little confusing to you because I'm on the little screen and I'm not sitting there just fucking with you. But I'm going to do the same thing I do when I'm sitting there fucking with you. I'm going to fuck with you because that's best content. Honestly, I just think about what would freak you out, and then I put it up there. I'm sorry. I went to school with him. I just needed
cool.
Anyway, all right. So you're standing on a public sidewalk.
Yes.
You are filming a publicly accessible bar. Have you been asked to leave the bar?
Yes.
Okay. Have you left the bar?
Yes.
Okay. So you're not inside the domicile. You're on the sidewalk. Officially.
On the sidewalk. And just for a second's worth of time out, Chris Rodriguez down in chat.
Were shots fired?
No, shots were not fired. The safety never even came off. Chris Rodriguez down in the chat is my brother from another mother from back home in Odessa, Texas. I sent him a text with the link. He's in chat right now.
We got Keebler in here, Mr. Self-Destruction.
Keebler, thank you for coming.
You are popular. Or does everybody think Sasquatch might be the problem? I don't know. We're discussing the problem right now. We're getting to it. All right, brother, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay, so when the cop arrests me, he takes me to jail. And of course, the brain injury gave me a blistering case of Tourette's. And I'm sure I motherfuckered him about 7 or 12 times on the way to the jail.
You know, I don't motherfucking him twice.
Right. For the first time in 52 years, I'm going into stripes. Oh, Jesus, I just doxed myself.
Okay, you tell Wolfman I said, how do you do? He's over there with Jim. Jim, you really shouldn't use your real name for your fucking profile, dude. That's batshit crazy. Have you lost your fucking mind?
Well, I just gave my real age.
Okay, that's fine, dude. Nobody's going to remember it. I'm going to drink all the memories away later.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
So they get me to jail, and I'm doing the strip search thing. Now, they were extremely rough on me in the holding cell. And while I'm still in handcuffs, the cop that arrested me has his right knee on the back of my trapezius muscle, which is at the neck, and his left knee on my sacroiliac joint, which joins the pelvis to your spine.
Oh, that sucks. That fucking
Yeah.
sucks, dude.
And I'm telling him, dude, I'm disabled and you're hurting me. He started rocking back and forth. Well, they ended up cutting off my outer shirt. I had a t-shirt underneath, and then my outer shirt was an actual, like a genuine CCM Dallas Stars jersey. And they cut that jersey off of me. That's $250 15 years ago. I started looking them up, and they're closer to $350 now. And when I went into the strip search portion
How
of
did
it,
they cut your jersey off?
I don't know, because have you ever seen a hockey game? They come off pretty fucking easy.
No, what I'm saying, were you still fighting them?
No,
did
I was
did you fight them?
just running my mouth.
Okay.
And they went ahead and
I can't
do
help
what?
you.
Yeah, it isn't going to help.
Yeah.
Those fragile egos of the gang members, it's unbelievable.
Really?
So anyway, they get me in the strip search, open your mouth and lift your beard and raise your armpits, lift your chub, turn around, bend at the knees and cough 3 times.
Right.
No, I'm not going to do it. He's like, I've got to see your anus. Not going to happen. And you know how cops get when they want to see ID, it's like crack for them.
Right. Oh God, I've got a whole short of cops asking for ID. It's like 54 minutes long of
right.
Your ID. It's like crack to these motherfuckers. I don't get it.
This guy became that crackhead about wanting to see my chocolate starfish. And I told him, I said, you want to gaze at my chocolate starfish, you're going to have to fucking hurt me to get it done. So that's what he did.
That shit. That's a short.
So that's what he did. He had 2 COs come in, and they hurt me while naked and in handcuffs at that point. The one on my right re-injured my right shoulder and my right wrist. And it's to the point now that I'm going to go ahead and I've been wearing my splint again on my right wrist from when I was in the wreck and broke my wrist and right thumb. So right. I'm going to go get checked and see if there's something hurt, because they're not getting any better. Now, they put me directly in segregated housing, also known as the hole, for 10 days. And apparently insolence towards a staff member is a thing. So 10 days in the hole, I finally got to make my first phone call after booking on day 11. Welcome to your first Title 4 or a 14th Amendment violation.
Oh, that's definitely not operating procedure.
Due process. That's an issue.
Definitely due process issue. Also, there's if they put you on a hold for a psychological, they could have held you for 48 hours without question. But they put you on an actual jurisdictional hold for being rude.
Yeah, I was on a 24-hour hold, so it'd give the prosecutor enough time to file charges.
Right. Well, I mean, that's normal. But I was talking like if they wanted to stick you in the hole, they could have thrown you in for a psychological. I can't remember what the number is on it, but they could have held you for like 72 hours and nobody had asked any questions. No judge would have ever nodded at them. They'd just let that shit go. But instead, they stuck your ass in under a judicial holes for what, a public drunk?
No, unlawful use of a weapon. Unlawful use of a weapon.
Did you use the weapon?
Well, just at a low ready. I never even pointed it directly at the guy.
No, sir. There's no partial use of a firearm. You either fired it or you did not.
I did not fire it. I did not even undo the safety.
Then that weapon was not used. It may have been brandished. It may have been displayed. I can't speak on that. Exhibition
is what they're calling it.
Okay, well, an exhibition of a firearm is not a felonious act unless
it is here apparently a felony E.
felony E. That hold up. If I got the letters right, that's one of those where it would have been a misdemeanor except we're assholes.
Pretty much, yeah, pretty much.
Okay, right.
And our prosecutor here in Greene County, Missouri, is one of those guys that he'll hold a whole handful of darts, close his eyes, and go ka-chuck, 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 and just hope that he hits the target.
T-Dog E.
Now, he
Welcome.
runs on a Republican ticket, but is vehemently against the Second Amendment and wants to strip, the right to keep and bear arms, one person at a time. I believe that's what he's doing here.
Right. No, that's a display. As long as, I don't know, low ready might be considered in action. Depends on the state, I suppose.
You're right.
But without any actual pointing it at anyone, that's display.
Right.
Displaying a firearm is fine. Just like, all right, you remember the meme couple that came out of the back door with their guns in their hands, threatening the Black Lives Matter people that were coming in their back gate?
Yeah, that was up in St. Louis.
All right. The gentleman was displaying his firearm. The woman was brandishing.
Okay.
Now, she didn't know
actually
she was
pointed.
right. She was
Didn't
pointing at people.
Yeah,
That's
she
brandishing.
actually pointed it.
Right. He just stood there with a firearm, looked around a little bit, and was like, look, you can try it if you want to. Fuck around and find out.
Fuck around and find out.
She was over there like waving her gun around like she was drinking freaking Mai Tais. This is no good, man. That was no good. Like that shit made my skin crawl when I saw it. I was like, why aren't those people running away? That's dangerous.
She's doing that gangster pose.
She just talking to him and shit. Brilliant. Absolutely. That's a great meme. It's wonderful.
Right.
On live.
They were those charges against them were actually dismissed.
My kid just walked in and like peeped around the edge of the camera.
How you
doing? Right.
So on day 10, they finally let me out and put me in the pod. But day 8, we were the first prisoners to go into the new Greene County Jail, $156 million facility that's being run like a what is it, a level 5 maximum security penitentiary.
Right.
The COs even jokingly call it Greene County Penitentiary.
All right.
It's no joke.
Amy has a question. The bouncer threatened you, correct?
He was threatening. That's why
that's
I was
where
justified in.
Yeah.
That's why I was justified.
As long as you left the bar and you didn't try to go back in, you should be fine.
I just came out to smoke and didn't ever have a chance to go back in.
Sounds like a slam dunk.
Do what?
It sounds like a slam dunk, brother.
Pretty much. And when we get to the very end of it, you'll see why it is going to be a slam dunk. On day 10, they let me out of the pod. They put me out in a regular pod. On 4 days later, I had video court for my arraignment. And that the meal schedule in that jail is 3:30 a.m., 10:30 a.m., 3:30 afternoon, and fuck you for 12 hours. Breakfast, lunch, supper. Breakfast at 3:30 a.m., they give you, now I have dietary needs because I had gastric bypass surgery. I can't eat just a shitload of simple carbohydrates. Otherwise, I feel like shit. This is not a keto fad diet thing. I have to eat in a proper manner or it makes me feel like a big pile of hot, wet trash. So that morning, I ate a hard-boiled egg and a half a pint of milk. I gave away the quarter pint of fruit punch. Traded a kid next to me a honey bun for his milk. And they have this super sweet, sticky goo with about a tablespoon of oats in it. To call it oatmeal is a fucking joke. And I ate about a fourth of that, couldn't eat anymore. So that morning I had a hard-boiled egg and a pint of milk. So I went over to the vending machine and was going to get one of those Nutri-Grain fruit and cereal bars.
Right.
And when I got up at 8:30 to go to court, I was just going to wolf it down so I have at least a pep in my step up in the upstairs. And as I'm standing at the vending machine, the bubble, I don't know what they call them, the pod master or the Whoever's
like,
running
we're gonna call him the
control
Podmaster. You're calling him the Podmaster from now on.
Right. We all called them bubble bitches.
Okay,
And
Podmaster.
she,
Oh,
she's-
bitches is good actually.
she starts screaming out of a baseball-sized hole in the glass about 25 feet off the ground. It's $25 million worth of fucking concrete. Every square inch in the building echoes horribly. And all I heard was, Mendo. What in the fuck did she say? And this kid over there, there's about 15, 20 people still sitting there eating. And I was like, what in the fuck she say? He goes, hey, old timer, she's yelling at you. I was like, what'd she say? I don't know. So I got my thing and I walked back to the cell, put it on the table, laid down, and that same kid runs over and he goes, you better wolf it down. They're coming for you.
They're coming
And
for
about
you, buddy.
45, about 45 seconds later, sure enough, the same guy that hurt me at the strip search was there to come and hurt me again to take me back to the hole. And on day 4, I got the disciplinary hearing, and the 3 Chevron manager, I refuse to use the military term, but the 3 Chevron manager that is the disciplinary hearing officer is a straight up tyrant. He is a commissioned peace officer. I told him, I said, I've been in here for 14 days, of which 4 of them have been out in the pod. First 10 were out and were in SEG. I don't know jail slang. I've never been in jail for more than a few hours. I've been in jail 25 times in my life for dumb bullshit. Never for 14 days of my life. So I don't know the slang. Every square inch of the building echoes horribly. And then you add my special flavor of brain injury. You have 4 people talking at the same time and it all gets garbled. I can't understand it. So he said, you know what? You got me on all fronts.
SOPD right there. Her cat is 17 years old. There it is.
That's fucking crazy.
Uh-huh.
So he says, you know, you've got me on all the fronts. I'll let you back out. 4 days later, they've got me on an asthma inhaler, which it's not the right one. They took me off of it 7 or 8 years ago. And the doctor changed it. I haven't had a diabetic symptom in 15 years. I had my gastric bypass surgery 16 and a half years ago. February 17th, which is my birthday, is my anniversary for my surgery. So it was quite literally a rebirth.
Right.
At this point in time, I've lost 335 pounds. But when I had lost, a 200 pounds, I don't have diabetes anymore. Right. My doctor takes me off of glucophage and glucotrol. He says, you don't have to take these anymore. And so they said in my medical intake, we're going to take your blood glucose for 1 week. And if your numbers are good, we'll take you off. On day 11, she comes in to do the active check. And I said, I don't want to do this anymore. She goes, you don't have a choice in the matter. And I said, well, they said a week and now it's day 11. And she says, if you don't do this right now, I'm going to put you in a smock. A smock is a borderline straitjacket for people who want to self-harm. Right. They call it a turtle suit.
I love the turtle suit. I got a video that I edited down with the guy in the turtle suit that I decided not to use because I decided it was a little too embarrassing.
Right.
It's coming from me.
It's not going to embarrass me a bit, brother man.
It wasn't you in the turtle suit.
Okay, good.
And after I got it edited and it was hilarious, I just typed it myself.
So when she said that, I said, do you even know what you just did? She said, no, I'm telling you, you have to do this. And I said, that is called Title 42, USC 14141. That is deprivation of rights by way of intimidation and coercion. And I said, and you're the coercion portion of this equation. And I looked at the, mid-20s, 6 foot, 145-pound CO standing there. And I said, and you're the intimidation portion of this equation. And to be perfectly honest, kiddo, you don't intimidate anyone in stripes in this facility. No.
They don't need 285 pounds. All they need is a badge. That is
right. All they need is 7 of them. So they come back and another one threatened the same thing. I'll put you in a turtle suit if you don't do it. The next day, the first nurse that threatened to put me in a turtle suit, she came back and she said, Mr. CarThief, you told me not to use no government names. I'm not a hard learn. Mr. CarThief, I talked to the medical director of the facility, told her what happened, and she said, I see in notes that they said 1 week and we'd take him off of them. You have not tested over 76 before eating and not over 92 after eating. We're taking you off of it. Those are textbook beautiful blood glucose numbers. And she said, and furthermore, I want to tell you how truly sorry I am that I was the way I was with you yesterday, because I was having a bad day and I took it out on you. So I apologize from the bottom of my heart. You know what? It was so genuine. I gave her a fist bump and told her, you're forgiven. Not a problem. She never gave me a lick of bullshit from then on. She and I were like, hi, good day, from then on. So for her, and I told her, I said, it takes an extra large person to walk up and say, I'm sorry, and mean it. So
Yeah.
It's not a problem.
You can't do that unless you have an actual soul and an actual body. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Self-awareness.
So when they let me out of the second 4 days that I was in there, I was out again for 4 days, and I went in to get chewed out for abusing an inhaler, the one that I told them doesn't work. So they took me off of it 7 or 8 years ago.
Right.
And also to take my blood pressure. Blood pressure was great the whole time. No matter how much stress you put me through, I'm pretty good. And she's meh, 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 and I gave her a timeout hand signal. And don't you time out me. And I'm saying, I'm trying to respond. Don't talk over me. I'm trying to respond to you. That was the only time that I even there's Cammed Up Caveman. Love you, brother.
Oh, yeah.
That was the only time that I remotely raised my voice to her. I'm trying to respond to you. Typically in a conversation, every normal motherfucker knows this. You say something, pause, I say something in response, then I pause, and then you retort. That's how a conversation is supposed to work.
Exchanging information.
Right. She is stamping and stomping me and reading me for trash and just giving me the literal what for. And when she comes over to my right shoulder to take my blood pressure, I leaned over into my left sleeve and went, one time, you need to cover when you cough. I don't want to get sick. And I said, well, I'm not sick. And, I did. She goes, that is coughing etiquette. And you should know that by the time you were 2 years old.
Wait a second. Etiquette.
Snatch. I'm going to catch that for here in just a minute. Put it in my shirt pocket. First of all, you're going to insult my intelligence and then insult my parents for not being able to teach me such things by the time I'm 2 years old. Motherfucker, you got it coming.
I got a question. Did
Yeah.
Etiquette?
Etiquette.
Etiquette. That's what she said.
Yeah, etiquette. So when if she is an RN, she's got a bachelor's degree. I am literally about 2 years, a little less, from a master's degree in applied science, mortuary applications. I'm a smart motherfucker, ish. And as she is stomping off, I kind of leaned forward in my chair, Tourette's syndrome. I think the word you're looking for is etiquette, not etiquette. And I thought you would be old enough to pronounce it before you were old enough to spell it. And she fucking turned into Oprah Winfrey giving away trips to the Bahamas or Halloween candy. You get the hole. You get the hole. You get the hole. And she's like, is he in SEG? He needs to be in SEG. Blah, blah, blah. So 10 more days in the hole for correcting the pronunciation of a fucking word. Well, day 10 was the day that I ended up getting released. So they put so many bond stipulations, our prosecutor put so many bond stipulations on me that it was just absolutely asinine. In 52 years, I still have no criminal record. I have never once been accused of, charged, tried, and convicted of a violent crime. I've never been caught with as much as a fucking roach in my ashtray or anything worse. Now, I'm not going to tell you that I've never done worse, but it's been a very long time and it doesn't matter because I've never been
done. Doesn't matter. What can they prove?
Absolutely. And as a matter of fact, I've never even been in someone else's car when I've gotten charged with a fucking roach in the ashtray.
I'm sorry, Sig. I can see AJ over here in the backstage. I was waiting for him to get his thing done. And she just had a bit of an episode, like a fight with something in front of her. And I'm not sure who won.
Uh-huh.
But I'm going to bring her up in a minute. Go ahead, man. You're good.
Cool. And, on top of this, I have never run from nor absconded from any court case in my entire life. I now have to take random alcohol and drug screening which is no big deal. I've talked to my supervisor, and she's like, I've been doing this 19 years. I'm pretty good at picking them, and the ones that will and ones that won't act up. I don't feel like you're going to be a problem. I said, no, ma'am, I'm going to adhere to everything that I'm told. And, I'm not going to be a thorn in your side. She goes, I believe that. And on top of that, for the first time, I'm now apparently them dirt legs and shard Barbies love us dudes with ankle monitors. I got an ankle monitor on. I've never absconded from a court case. Why in the hell do I got to, wear an ankle monitor?
Right.
That cost $2,000 just for the deposit, and it just about wiped me out.
Right. No, that's the purpose of all of this. They're going to reduce your financial capability of fighting it to the point where you're forced to plea out or go to jail and wait for the trial.
Exactly.
Most people aren't willing to go to the jail. They'd just rather just plea out and be done with it. So
I had enough.
I can't blame you to please out, honestly. I mean, it's tough shit.
I had enough in the wheelhouse that I was able to give my attorney a deposit. Even with a long-term client / poor honky / good friend, because I'm friends with my attorney out and away from law stuff.
Right.
Good friend discount. I'm looking at a start of about $15,000 to fight this. So I've decided to open kind of a fundraiser to my Cash App and PayPal.
Right.
And very basically what, because I'm looking at 1st, 2nd, 4th, 5th, 8th, and 14th Amendment violations, and then Title 18, USC 241, conspiracy to deprive, 242, deprivation of rights under color of law,
Right.
Title 42, USC 141-41, deprivation by coercion and intimidation. I have no less than 30 Title 42 1983s that are going to be filed. A lot of that work I'm going to have to do myself, but my attorney's already registered with the federal courts in the Western District of Missouri. So
let me cover a little bit of open ground that's been left open here. All right. Have you attempted any form of acquisition of like bar cameras, traffic cams, dash cams, body cams, any of that stuff?
The attorney is going to subpoena the body-worn camera from the arresting officer, the car camera, and every bit of jail footage from the time I was driven into the Sally Port until the day I left. 33 days.
Fantastic.
Yeah, 33 days in jail, 24 of which I was in segregated housing. 19 of those 24 were solitary confinement.
Oh, I want some of that.
Yeah, no shit. This, that old social distancing isn't hard since 1970, motherfuckers. So basically, the caveat to the whole thing, you remember I told you we were going to get to the good part?
Right.
The caveat to the whole thing in my favor is it is federally illegal for any state or county facility to house federal inmates with state inmates in the same pod, much less the same cell. The 4 days before I left, they put this old dude in there, and why are you in here? I tell him, he's like, it's no big deal. You know what? Fuck you. 15,000 is a big deal. And I said, so what are you in here? He goes, failure to register. As what? Failure to register as a sex offender. And I was like, okay, well, a sex offender, you can get caught pissing behind a dumpster and end up a sex offender.
True.
What are you in here for? And he goes, 1978, my cousin and I raped a 17-year-old girl at gunpoint. I did prison time. I went through the sex offender program, helped run it, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, wow, you are a waste of human. You're not a trash bag. You're a whole fucking city dump's worth of garbage as far as I'm concerned. And I had to flip on the repo man switch. I said, look, I'm a repossession agent by trade. I don't sleep much and I don't sleep hard. You give me a lick of shit and I'll take the fucking extra charge and I'll wrap my hands around your throat and I'll watch the lights go out. Do you understand me? He said, crystal clear, you won't have a problem with me. I never had a problem with him, but I still think he's a piece of trash. He's a federal inmate.
in Minecraft.
Because he left Tennessee and came to Missouri and the U.S. Marshals picked him up, he is a federal inmate.
Cross state lines became a federal case.
Yes.
Yeah.
So legal precedence states that the state has to, in no uncertain terms, drop all charges against the state inmate for housing a federal inmate with them without prejudice. They're not going to be able to revisit it.
Right.
So recommend the fuck them. And everybody likes to say fuck the police and film the police. I say fuck them putos.
Amen, brother. I'm not a fan. I wish
Not
we
a
didn't
fan.
have to have any, but we do have to have some. So we need to have really good ones and get rid of the rest.
The small slice of pie in me that is libertarian says law enforcement needs to be privatized. So there is an actual chain of a command that has to be followed. There's more accountability.
I'm going to have to think on that one a little bit. I'm not adverse to it. I'm not a big fan of a socialist police system. That's not cool.
Right. I'm not a defund the police guy.
Socialized police system. Okay.
Right. I am not on board with the liberal idea of defunding police, but something has got to change because they need to crack a book before they crack their cocksuckers. What did our founding fathers do with tyrants? Oh, and I'll give you a clue. It wasn't give them more self-perceived authority over we the people.
Certainly wasn't. They used
I'm
it
not
to
going to say
treat liberty.
Yeah, I'm not going to give the answer, but it rhymes with they killed him.
All right, I'm gonna bring AJ up here. We're gonna both grill you real good.
AJOT?
Yeah. What's up?
I like that. I like that. She's a neat human being.
I'm gonna do this.
Oh, it's a sweet dog. Hi, American Justice of Texas.
All right. Let's get back straight. All right. Any questions?
Come here. Look at this beautiful little dog.
Oh, okay. That makes a lot more sense.
Ah, yeah. Come here.
Yeah.
You can smell. I stink pretty.
You stink pretty?
Yeah, I stink pretty. The dogs. Come on. Bye. It's a really, really cute dog.
Cool. You know, that's another 25 views, right?
Huh?
I said just putting a dog on screen gets you another 25 views.
Right. Mexican Longhair's here.
Oh, hey, brother. Welcome to the show.
MVPD is here.
Yeah, we got Mexican long hair, cammed up caveman. SIG beats 9 meter. 357 SIG beats 9 millimeter.
And it does.
We got the smoking auditor. Irish Rover in Florida. Firm. Welcome to the show, brother. T-Dog E.
T-Dog E is the guy that I sang the birthday song for. He is one of my local brothers.
Elijah Fleenor.
That is my oldest blood child, the first blood relative I've ever known. Give that man a wrench. Yeah, Elijah Fleenor, that is my firstborn. And because I was adopted, he was the first blood relative I ever met.
Okay.
He's special.
Special. I'm special.
Yeah, he's in electronic engineering school right now, so he's not like that kind of special.
Yeah, he's not my type of special.
He's not his daddy's kind of special. I'm so fucking special. My name should be Ed. Hey, son, thanks for being here.
I don't know, dude. To me, it sounds like they're going to try to wrap you up for some type of public disorderly when it's all said and done.
Of what?
They're bringing public disorderly of some kind. They're bringing a whole bunch of huge charges in hopes that you'll plea out for something later.
Right.
They're turning the screws as hard as they can.
Yes. That's that, and herein lies why I've started the fundraiser. As soon as the 1983s are paid out, I take very, very good notes and have since I opened the repo company. And
Well, here's the thing
fact
about
is,
I
I'm
don't
going to be sending love back to
when you're talking.
everyone that sends me love now.
I hear you, brother. But when you're talking about doing a fundraiser as a channel, I can't really associate with that. But what I can
Sure,
do is make your channel page, and your channel page has all that information on it. Uh,
it does.
this is more an awareness on arrest powers and charging powers, and why they are and how they are overused in the system today. And your
Gospel
case
truth.
is an exact spot on position. They are pissy with you because you had a pistol. That is the end of the conversation.
Pretty much.
They came out expecting to be able to be a total pushover, and instead you were carrying a firearm, willing to stand your ground.
And
So
I'm
they
not a
called,
bad guy with a gun.
no,
They
no.
expect
You
when
were.
they
You'd have
see
shot 6 people and left.
right, when they see someone that has damn near sleeves out tattoos, this is a bad guy with a gun. And it's not a felon in possession of a firearm kind of a deal. So Midwest Accountability, thank you for being here, brother, man. I really appreciate you.
He's cool beans. He was kind of angry earlier in chat. I was wondering if Swiss Miz was going to get him. He was dropping F-bombs and stuff about cops. But you're allowed to have whatever opinion you want about cops. I just don't know exactly what's going to trigger a mod,
Right.
To see.
Mexican Longhair says, thanks for the link, Swiss. I'm literally 90 subs away from 3K.
I'd love to push the 3K mark.
Right. 2 nights ago, I hit another milestone in my mind. I hit 1250 subs. I'm at 1262 or 3, something like that now. So every time I see a new one, it just makes me get chicken skin. I love it. I love each and every one of them. Even them storehead motherfuckers, I love them too.
Oh. No, it tickles the living shit out of me. I hear tell that the new terms of service are supposed to remove your ability to hide how many mods you have. That would be an interesting experience.
Yeah.
I know some folks out there that hide their mods not because they have so many, but because they had so many.
Right.
And that would just be a very revealing point because I don't know. I don't hide my mods. I don't hide my subs. I don't intend to. I don't care. That's fine.
Right.
See them, don't see them. I don't think I have my subscriptions hidden either. So, I mean, you can go look at that crap. None of that stuff's private as far as I know. I do keep my my personal playlist private. It ain't none of your fucking business.
I have 2 of my playlists hidden, but they're just for me.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
the rest of them, my music and stuff, hell yeah, you're welcome to it.
The reason these are hidden is because it's a list of people that may be future guests, right? And so
okay.
backstage so I can go back to the channel real easy without having to, because sometimes I swear to God, sometimes I'll find a channel, I get their name, they've got 150 subs. I'm going to talk to them. I talk to them. They answer. We talk back and forth. I catch them on a live. It's cool. Come on my laptop, type in their freaking name, letter for letter, nothing. That channel does not exist. Scroll back and forth, look for it, scroll a couple of 100 pages down. That channel does not exist. Go to my subscription list, click it out of there. It works no problem. Search it. It's not there. It doesn't exist.
Right. And talking about subs, everyone in the chat right now that I've seen, I am a sub and a bell ringer too.
I appreciate
Y'all
that.
check each other's channels out. Go sub, show some love. The algorithm's good for it. It lets us that want to be content creators be seen more. Go sub. Sub me, sub Caucasian Sasquatch, American Justice Texas, Mexican Longhair, Irish Rover in Florida. All of these guys, 357 SIG beats 9mm. And it does. Go sub these people. We love you back.
You got about 6 minutes left for the first part of this, for your bit.
What you want to talk about?
Well, I was wondering if AJ had any questions about your event.
Yes.
Do you know? I love your hair, by the way.
I do too. I've always thought the pixies were cute.
I can't hear you at all, AJ. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're
not
muted.
muted. You're not muted. You're just not working.
Oh,
Right. Whenever she comes back, we'll talk to her then. I'll edit.
bingo.
If we didn't have technical problems, we wouldn't have Hey, there you are. Mr. Self-Destruction. Welcome to the show, brother.
I
Go ahead.
forgot what I was saying, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, good. I was wondering if you had any questions for CarThief. His event. None. No, he covered ground pretty well. It comes down to distinctions: inside, outside, public, private, legally carrying versus illegally carrying, and brandishing versus displaying.
I'm gonna have to look up the legal descriptions on those because to me it's the same thing, and I know it's not.
Brandishing and displaying are two totally different things.
Yes.
If you ever pointed the gun at anyone, it was brandishing. If you did not, then it was simply displaying.
Yep.
Right.
You remember the meme couple that were standing there, home cuz just pointing his gun at the sky, the other chick waving her gun around. One was brandishing, one was displaying.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
so
Holding a Gun for Dummies.
Dude, you're in.
That's that new book, Holding a Gun for Dummies.
Yeah.
No, it's just I'm in Georgia. We have basically the same stand your ground laws and all that stuff. Knowing the difference. I don't believe in a duty to retreat, though I choose to retreat whenever possible.
Right. And
chase me
honestly, that's the
car.
case. But
If you chase me to my car, you will get exactly what you're looking for.
there were actually 2 bouncers involved, not just one. So I believe that I was justified in my actions. So that's that being said, I earned a black belt in judo a very long time ago. And 3 years ago, before I got hurt in the motorcycle accident, the head of security, I would have choked him to sleep, broke all his arms, tied him in a fucking granny knot behind his shoulder blades.
I put him in a crossface.
Plus 13 years of bouncing and cooling nightclubs and 3 years of owning a bar, a biker bar for the booze fighters, nonetheless. I've been in more bar fights than 9 people probably. Well, not you, but most people.
I don't know, man. My uncle run the AMVET.
That motherfucker has more bar fights under his belt than I do. Bet on it.
He got 9 sons.
Oh shit!
You can keep thinking so.
Man, he got 9 sons. He had more home fights than I had bar fights.
7 grandsons, brother. 37.
Jesus.
All
What a
of them
legacy, though.
They all 6'4", weigh 200 pounds.
What a legacy, though. I said earlier I was 6'2" and 240. My son Eli, is 6'6" and 315. He's a fucking monster.
Oh, dude, no. I got one. I got a cousin that's an actual fucking freak of nature. I got an uncle who's 6'7", weighs 300
American Army.
Bye. Good to see
Bye.
you. See you. Come by anytime. And he had a son. My first cousin, who's same age as I am, is 6'9". If he's an inch and pushing 400 pounds, was a flautist.
That's a big old pile of man meat right there, man.
Yes, sir. Dude, sweetest guy you ever met. Sweetest.
That's like Eli. That's like my Eli. Now, Lemmy, my younger one, he's 12, about to be 13 next month. He is not but a cunt hair away from 6 foot tall already, and he's 12.
Why does it have to be a cunt hair? Why can't it be? I don't know.
It's a construction term, and if you're a redneck, it just comes out of your mouth and you don't even realize it.
Cat hair.
It could be a dick hair. I don't care.
Okay, I was just curious.
I mean, unless you manscape, then there's that.
Well, I'm telling you what, honey, if you want anything done, you better be manscaping with
How about a frog's hair split 3 ways?
Hallelujah for this female down here.
Shit.
Oh, and American Amy, you have my number. You need to call me, hon.
She's already gone, baby.
Oh, is she?
Yeah,
Is she?
she was leaving.
Going for ice cream time.
Ice cream.
I miss ice cream. I miss ice cream. I haven't gotten to eat any of it in about 17 years now.
What?
All right. All right,
ice cream makes me sick after my gastric bypass.
Oh,
Yeah.
Too much fat and
yeah,
sugar.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
I've got to
right.
have sherbet. Sherbet, it's
I
okay,
love
but it ain't ice
sherbet.
cream.
It's so good.
Yeah, right.
Why would
Orange
you
sherbet's the
put
best.
orange?
You know, Brahms has this what they call Italian orange, but it's a blood orange sherbet, and
Mhm.
it is outstanding.
I haven't tried that.
I have
Very,
blood-
very. Just go to Brahms.
no joke. I have a-
Everyone in chat, I really appreciate you guys being in here. I know Caucasian Sasquatch is going to say the same thing, but I love all of y'all back. Thank y'all for coming and just being here. Just being here.
All right, so we're going to take us a little bit of an intermission right here. I have to go drain the main vein, and I don't trust anybody to run my channel. It ain't nothing personal on anybody at all. It's just
I don't
my
want to run it anyway.
I know, right? That shit would just be annoying as fuck, wouldn't it?
And,
I can't imagine
being,
I get.
being that kid that comes over and goes, "Fuck it, I'm going home. I don't want to play with you no more."
Right.
I'm going to bounce out and do the same thing because I have to jog. It's raining here right now, and I will bounce back into the live stream. Okay.
All right, brother. I'm gonna take about
Dollar
a
stuff.
minute and a half, little intermission, so I can grab a cup of coffee and some shit, and I'll be right
Very
back.
good. I think that
It's
sounds
1,000 sub celebration stream. That's what's coming up
absolutely.
next.
Just for the record, no, do not do this because it's not a safe combination. Guinness, Eagle Rare, and tequila will get you thrown in jail for a gun.
Hey, here's the thought. I bet you if you didn't have the gun, you'd have still went to jail.
Probably. Just for being a mouthy asshole.
But tased instead.
Thank God for not getting tased because I've been tased by
Shit
accident,
ain't that fun.
busting up a bar fight, and they were just shooting into the fucking crowd, and I got hit. It hurts.
Hey, Snark. I miss Snark and Sass. She came in.
Snark and Sass, love that girl.
I love her to death. I do. She's the most natural troll I've ever met in my life. She'll sit right in the shittiest cesspool of a chat and just revel in it. It's amazing. She'll talk to him. She'll just sit there and chat with him like it's perfectly fine, ordinary conversation. But it's just radioactive, toxic fucking bullshit.
Normally, I will tell myself to go and whip that thumbs up like Joan Crawford and no more wire hanger. But I've already smashed that like button. And if
Yep.
I smash her any harder, I'm going to catch charges.
Yep.
So I'm going to bounce out of here.
All right,
Love
brother.
everybody down in chat. Cock Squatch, I absolutely love you back, brother, man.
Yeah,
And
man,
I'll see
much
you here
love.
very shortly. I'll be down in the chat.
All right, brother. You got the link. You can pop back up whenever you want.
I'm going to, okay, very good. And I'll say it for right now, just like I always do. Bye, motherfuckers.
If I said that, I'd get deuced off YouTube. You got anything you want to say before intermission?
Mm-mm.
All right.
Nope.
I'll drop you out backstage for a second. Actually, I can just do it this way, and then we can like eavesdrop on you. That's what we'll do. All right. We're gonna do it this way and then that way.
Hurry up.
I know I'm trying to hurry up, but man, I need some of my go juice.
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want, and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no, I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. 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 Don't be scared.
Don't be scared. Don't be scared. I got that off of YouTube Studio, man. And I got to tell you, I kind of dig on it real hard, like super deep. I find myself walking around with it stuck in my freaking head. I'm like, do, 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 do. I'm out there working on my freaking aquaponic system. Do, 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 do. It's the stupidest shit. All right. 1,000 subs. How about that?
High five.
Yeah. Ow.
Awesome.
Face palm. No, you mad lads did it. I don't even understand how or why exactly. I mean, I can, I guess I'm a good dancing monkey or whatever. I guess I got to start taking this stuff a little more seriously, like I said I would.
I mean, I guess if that's what you want to do, whatever.
Yeah, it's one of those things.
So, what are you going to do?
Well,
Because I know you were talking, you weren't going to monetize.
I have no intention of monetizing this channel. No.
Cool.
Although at this point, I guess it does kind of behoove me to stick a PayPal of some kind somewhere for some reason.
Right.
I'll
Yeah.
hide it somewhere so y'all can't find it.
Just
But it'll be
send it
publicly
somewhere.
available. Okay, I guess I could put it on one of these things. Be one of those assholes, you know, where we're running those across all the time. And
Yeah, you could.
yeah, be one of those dickheads. Put it on a ticker at the bottom.
Put
of
it
the
on your about page and just leave it there. You're not that way. I mean, it's there if people want it, but you don't have to advertise it. But it's there.
Yeah, it makes sense. All right. What do you have a particular one that you use yourself or?
No, but I mean, PayPal and Cash App are the two popular ones that I've noticed.
Right. Well, that's cool. Because one day, sometime probably in the relatively distant future, maybe at 2,000 subs, I don't know. I'm gonna do like a $10 shot stream or something, and I'm just gonna get utterly fucking obliterated or not.
Obliviated, yes.
Obliterated, obliviated. Both are optional. Those are both really good words.
Wasted, whatever.
Oh, I don't know. The thing is I get aggressive when I get drunk. So
I know.
when I start drinking, I start like talking, like I turn back into the previous profile that I had. Is what happens.
Just put, leave your feelings at the door. Warning.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Disclaimer.
This channel's not a place for feelings. It's really not. I don't specifically go after people's feelings, and it's nothing personal if I end up hurting someone's feelings, but I don't give a shit if your feelings get hurt because of something I truly believe. Fuck off. That's an opinion. I don't care. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, actually. I'm sorry that you feel that way.
Sorry, no sorry.
What am I supposed to say, man? I mean, I started this whole thing as kind of a gaffe, as a joke, because I'd helped build, God, I don't know how many channels. I mean, from the first channel I took an interest in was this one. Let's see if I can find her. She actually did an upload just the other day. Let's see. No, that's not right. It hasn't uploaded in like almost a year. She disappeared during COVID. I didn't know where the hell she went. But her name is Yuri Anthony. Yuri Anthony. She was originally she did content based on her experiences in prison, and then later it kind of expanded out to be and by the way, this is an account I helped build when I was like the worst troll I've ever been. When I was burning out accounts for when I was burning channels out because I didn't like the way they held their mouth. I didn't like their background or something. It's just stupid reasons. I'd flatline it. I'd come in with enough profiles that you would think that you're actually doing something. And then like right now we got 15 people watching, 14 of them would be me. And I'd do that shit for 6 weeks straight. And then I'd leave and just never say another word to them. So they'd go from, 15, 20 tuning in every night to 4.
Yeah.
It's soul crushing, dude. I'm that asshole, but I don't do that stuff no more to anybody. And I don't mind if people try to do it to me. I think it's funny because when I see stuff like that happen, I'm like, I might have invented that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not claiming it, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, I just started trying to troll. I'm pretty I'm a natural, I guess. Whatever.
Mm-hmm. Maybe. I don't know. I've never seen you actually put forth an effort to do so. My point with Snark and Sass is that she puts forth no extra effort whatsoever. She was born under a bridge. Her router's under a bridge. She never moved out from under a bridge, and she's comfortable under her bridge. So don't, there's no point. You can go fucking with her you want to. You're just going to get your hand bit off.
Yeah.
By one of the other trolls that are also trying to fuck with her. It's not going to work, man.
Right.
I know a native soul when I see one. It just tickles me out because, you know, I'm subscribed to all those horrible channels that you think about when you think about the horrible channels, because you got to keep a toe in somewhere, right?
Right.
So, you know, I'm over there listening to what all these fuckers are saying behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, sometimes backstage when you don't know I'm there because, you know, previous accounts are previous accounts.
Yeah.
But I don't troll people in that shit. I just hang out, listen to what people have to say, that kind of stuff. Yeah, no, John Eagle's got it right there. Your cave in the swamp. You can join me in the swamp. I don't mind. Started his channel to promote selling his house, but started posting police and government accountability because we posted on the Facebook page, but they would just delete the comments. Of course they would. That's standard PR procedure. You got to control the narrative. And of course, they control the media, therefore they control the narrative. Apparently somebody been kidnapped. But Miss Yuri over here. Shut up. That's a problem with having like 47 phones. They all go off on an Amber Alert at the same time. Like, wait. Any second now, that one's going to trigger.
I'm waiting for mine to go off. I'm like, okay.
Well, no, this is a Georgia Amber Alert,
Oh,
so
okay.
it's unlikely to pop off over there. What's up? Yes, of course I got an Amber Alert in the middle of my live stream. I'm also talking to a freaking child. Run away. Run away, Sassy. Run. Anyway.
No, not me, guys. Gosh.
No, I'm not talking to AJ. I'm talking to my daughter. She's over here like giving me the evil eye and stuff.
My kids will do that.
Oh God. You know, I'd shut the door, but I'm too much of an asshole. It's my house.
Well, I have to because they're so loud. I'm just like, dang, man.
You need the right mic. Talk to Phoenix. He's got some ribbon mics. A whole stack of them. He's gonna send me one. Then he got, I don't know. Again, left the show.
Yeah, you can hear everything with my mic.
Yeah, well, it's a dynamic mic. It's there for picking up everything, whereas this one's like a very.
You got to be right up on it.
Yeah, I do got to be right up on it, but you know, it doesn't pick up the traffic.
Talk like this.
Exactly. Look at her. You've been karaokeing, hadn't you?
No.
Lies. All lies. I have a toast. It's all you mad lads. Y'all did this. Y'all created this monster. It all started with me uploading a stupid video with a bunch of deer. Some island deer, the tiniest little island deer you ever saw. I have a dog bigger than they are, but I could not imagine what they would taste like. Probably corn. There's a neighbor there that feeds like 50 deer a morning. Every morning she drops like 10 pounds of corn in her yard.
Yeah.
So they probably wouldn't taste great. Tastes like a cow. But here's to you and here's to me, and may we never disagree. But if we do, to hell with you. Here's to me.
Cheers.
Cheers, cheers, cheerio. And this is where I click the Rick roll button and leave. Just Rick roll right the fuck out. Oh, that is a god awful bottle of rum. That's terrible. Oh my God, it tastes like a wet sock. Oh, that's bad.
Yummy.
That's disgusting. Really bad. I may have to go a different direction with that. I think my wife got some Jack in there.
Oh.
But yeah. Okay, so Yuri, she did like prison content. She was all right, so she's, I guess she would fall under the category of illegal immigrant. She came in, lived here for like 19, 20 years, something like that. Ended up getting involved in some kind of illicit activity, gets into the federal system, gets deported, I think she attempted to come back in and got deported again. And the second time she got deported back to like her parents' home country because she doesn't exactly have a home country. She was born like supposedly during the crossing or whatever, however that works.
Mm-hmm.
She never was registered as a resident. So technically speaking, she was an illegal alien, and she goes through the whole rigmarole story, and she uploaded all of that during the Trump election, the first one, right? And that whole thing just yes, that is an argument to be made there, but my point is her parents were both legal immigrants who came here. She was never legitimized legally, so she became, an ad hoc illegal that has never been in any other country. When she was deported to Nicaragua. No, she was deported to one of those South American countries. I'm not sure which one, maybe Ecuador, maybe Nicaragua. I can't remember. And they immediately deported her to her mother's country of origin because they were involved in a civil war. So she ended up a person without a country, and she got on YouTube basically to tell that story and ended up telling prison stories because she ended up being locked up for like, I don't know, 3 years or something. I don't know. It was a pretty good chink before she either accepted deportation or they just deported her. I can't remember which. But that was the first channel I took an interest in an attempt to grow. She's toting around 33,000 subs now. I'm proud of her. I'm unbelievable. She has no fucking clue who the hell I am. No clue. I probably doesn't even realize I started a channel or that I'm that person. I don't know what to tell you. It's one of those things. After that, I took an interest in like My Benzo Hell, mainly because even though he was strung out on every drug known to man, he was making an actual effort to get clean. It wasn't just that, oh, well, I'm going to go into recovery this weekend, but send me another $20. He was like, oh, by all means, send all the money you can, and I'll go into recovery as soon as I run out. Hey, I can't argue with him. He's not wrong.
Right. Sure.
So, that it tickled me so much that he was so bald-faced honest about the situation. So I stuck around with his channel. Mama Gnome and Harry Bonzel are both previous people I subscribed to before I started the channel. I've been with them since day one as far as Caucasian Sasquatch is concerned. I picked you up almost immediately. I mean, that was serendipity, if nothing else. I mean, I like hit up Truth Be Told. He had like 350 subs or so.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, hey, man, I want to do an interview with you. He's like, fuck, I ain't got nothing to do. He's like, you catch me between going my auditing, fine. I was like, okay. And like, it was really weird because like I did his show and like a week later, his ass broke 2,000 subs or some shit like that. It was fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Spotted by like NC Tyrant Hunter and a few other folks. And then I picked up you and ATL and a few other folks. But it's been a hell of a ride, folks. This has been absolutely fantastic. I'm absolutely I don't know what to say. Thank you. That's really all I can say. I don't know what else to say.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Joe? Good to see you, brother. Get anybody else sneaking in here?
Yeah, I was watching the show that you did on me yesterday, because I just I'm almost at 800 now. So
Yeah.
I was like, dang, that was like almost 6 months ago. I was at 64 subs. So yeah, I've come a long way. It's been fun.
Says Sasquatch, it is your character and style that appeals. I try to come up with a comparison to some actor so good opening a bag of chips is interesting, but truth in fact, I cannot you define yourself. Thank you. Although I'm very confused. Okay. I'll take it. I'll take whatever, honestly. I don't even know what to do with it. What am I supposed to do with it? I use it to promote y'all's channels. That's what I do.
Yeah, I know. I mean, everybody's thanking you, but you should be thanking every one of us. But
Yeah, right. No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Like take last 2 weeks of guests, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I come across Captain Curmudgeon gets suggested to me. I go to his premiere, start talking to him. This is all 3-4 weeks ago. Preparation phase, like get in and talk to some folks, right?
Mm-hmm.
I show up, I check out his stuff. It's fucking phenomenal. I check it out. I go over to the 9 Acres Farm, check his stuff out, which I've been subbed to him for a little while. Been watching him. He started doing more lives. I started jumping into it. I go to bed one night. I wake up the next morning. I picked up 45 subs. No fucking clue where the hell that came from. What it was is apparently like 9 Acres Farms has been subscribed to me for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And when I popped up in the chat, he was like, "Oh, that's that guy I was telling y'all about." And they got my link or whatever, shared it around. The next thing you know, I've got like 60 different, like, homestead / farming / grow channels / review channels of different descriptions popping up. It's
Mm-hmm.
freaking amazing, dude. I love that type of stuff because I like different stuff. I'm there's not a genre of YouTube that I go and watch. I will sit and watch a knitting video if the lady's talking about something interesting.
Right.
Is that just me?
No, I mean, well,
Well, there's this little button.
I
over
am the
there.
same way, though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's this little button on your YouTube dashboard over there. It says new to me.
Mm-hmm.
You click it, and it's stuff you've never looked at before.
Yep.
And you just keep scrolling down. You get down to people that's only got like 50, 60 subs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Takes a little while, and you got to dig, but worth it. I think they watered down my gin. I don't like it. It's actually rum. It's supposed to be Bacardi Gold, but it tastes like a wet sock. Just thinking about drinking it makes me sick.
I got Fireball.
I can't do it. I'm allergic to red.
Does it have red in it, though?
I can't do it. I can't do it.
I'm gonna have to look now.
It's just red, man. That stuff's red as hell. It's got
It is
red.
not red. It is not red.
It's red.
The liquor's not red.
Red liquor.
No, it is not.
Red liquor. Liquor in the front, poker in the rear. Red liquor.
I can't see. Fuck.
Yeah, because you're an old lady. You need your glasses.
Shut your mouth.
Yes, ma'am. It's a banter thing. All right. All right. So I have another audiobook recorded. I have it done. I have the gameplay footage for it selected, and I got to do a little bit editing down on it before I put them together and upload it.
I don't have it yet, ATL.
No, it hasn't showed up on our page yet.
Yeah.
Did you go in, do the community, uncover the community tab, do the customization step?
Maybe.
You have to go in and customize your page so that you add the
I
community.
did that a long time ago. I have to do it again.
No, it should just pop up whenever it. But it took 5 days for mine. I know somebody it took 24 hours, and another person it took 3 weeks. So I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, no, I don't have it yet. But that's okay.
Sock piss me off. Yeah, no, as soon as she does that, she's gonna blow the fuck up. Tell you. You got such a weird sense of humor. I think you'll do well with the community.
What are you talking about?
I'm a nut magnet. All you motherfuckers are crazy. That's the only reason this shit works. Yeah, earlier, another one. Nut job, total sociopath, thinks he matters. It's amazing. Wolfman Jeff, yeah, him too.
Big shout out to ATL though.
Yeah, ATL's the man.
He helped me out there. Yeah, he gave me a big shout out on Facebook and stuff in his communities. He told me not to say anything, but I couldn't help. I'm sorry.
Oh, dude, he's great. He always sounds angry, but that's
I
just
know.
the way he sounds.
It's just his, yeah.
It's just his accent. Don't
It's just him. Yeah.
Don't worry. Yeah.
He's like one of the sweetest guys ever.
Oh yeah, tons of fun too. He doesn't get a joke if you throw it and hit him in the face with it.
But sometimes his jokes, I'm like, you might have to explain that one to me, buddy.
I uploaded 2 of his jokes. He sent me 2.
Yeah.
They're funny because they're not funny. Why they're so funny.
So they're like dad jokes or what?
Oh, dude, like, okay, it's like grandpa jokes. It's worse, dude.
Oh. Hey, I tell mom jokes, so I can't say
Okay,
anything.
okay. Why do ducks fly in a V shape?
Why?
Because that's the easiest way to fly.
Oh my gosh.
That's it. And I'm sure I told it wrong, but I'm not sure you can tell that one right.
I mean, look, like I said, I have a whole list of mom jokes. I go into the bar, you know, JP's bar, and I go in there and I'll be telling my dad jokes, and they're just like AJ, and I'm just like, "What?"
You got to stop watching my channel. That's not. You shouldn't do that before you go talk to people. It just gives you bad ideas.
I love them though.
Okay, all right. You know why I stopped doing jokes?
What?
2 reasons. One, for one,
Why
short.
did the squirrel fall out of the tree?
Yeah, I was going to
Sorry.
do it in a second. Yeah, go ahead. Why did
No, it's okay. It's not my show. I'll shut up.
No, you're good. You're good. The reason I stopped doing jokes is because because it was dead. Is because the shorts don't count for shit but a view, and I would rather have actual like people and not just raw viewers. You know what I'm saying? I
Right.
don't want like somebody who likes a fucking likes a short once every 6 weeks or what the hell ever.
Oh,
Right? I'd rather have somebody who shows up, chats, and chat if possible. Now,
right.
the folks that watch after the fact, I don't know who you weirdos are, but it feels creepy. When I go back, realize 100 more people have watched me last night while I was sleeping. Okay,
Because there is more ducks on one side.
that's right. Yeah, because yes, no,
Ever notice how one side of the V, when ducks is flying on it? Oh my lord!
notice that one side of the V of ducks is longer than the other side.
Yeah.
And you ever wonder why? It's because there are more ducks on one side. That's ATL's idea of a joke. That's
Oh.
that pretty much is sense of humor too. Not to say it's non-existent, it's just not normal.
Yeah.
Just not. I love it though. What's funny is when he starts trying to he's not trying to be funny. He's trying to be a bit of a smart ass when he's talking to these people. They don't even catch that shit.
Mm-mm.
He's so dry and they don't even realize he's fucking with them. And you wouldn't know unless you knew him, you know, you wouldn't have any fucking clue. It's great. That shit is awesome.
You should have seen him in chat with a whole bunch of females. That's pretty entertaining too.
I can't
You know, a couple times you have to go, ATL, you're creeping me out.
Oh, I can imagine him creeping people out. I don't imagine it'd be hard for him to do. Yeah, I could see it. I'm a creepy guy. Believe it or not, I know I don't seem terribly creepy sitting here because it feels like I'm being so open and everything, but I'm 6 foot, 200 pounds. When I stand up and crowd up on somebody, they get crowded. They just do. Even when I don't mean to. I went up in the winter when it's cold, I wear a trench coat.
A trench coat, what?
A trench coat.
Okay.
Leather trench coat all the way to the floor. I look like the fucking creeper. I shit you not. You know the dude on the neighborhood watch signs?
Yeah.
Look just like him. Just like him. I'm amazed I don't get pulled over more often. I certainly get followed around like Walmarts and schools and shit. People take one look at me and they're like, "Oh hell no." Fuck that. Get your gun, Tony. I'm pretty sure I'm followed everywhere. Hey, it showed me Sasquatch. It's a Sasquatch.
Show me Sasquatch.
He's the one, dude. He's the
Mandatory carry. Hello.
Oh, yeah, baby. Is he late and gay again? Is that what he did? I bet he did. That's what he always does when he pops in. I don't see him. Where's he at?
If it's all the way to the
there.
floor, the duster. What? Wait.
Oh, yeah, we're fixing to lose him. Exiled is live.
Yes.
Exiled lioness. I hope to get her in one day. She's getting a little too big for me, to be honest. I don't generally push channels that are bigger. That's why I really haven't been fucking with her. When she broke about 15,000, I didn't see a point in pushing her at all. When I first contacted her, she was at like 8K, 9K. She was like, oh, sure. Never heard from her again. She's doing fine on her own. She don't need the help. What's up, CarThief? Welcome back. Like a fucking wet sock, man. I don't get it.
Ew, just stop taking it.
Hey, that's kind of hot. Do that again. I should probably not be doing this live, huh? Let's do it. Oh, God.
Ew.
All right,
It's a-
sir. Yeah, baby. 115 hours of streaming in the last 15 days. You can have it, dude.
Have it.
You
Yeah.
want it that hard, you can have it. I'm not interested.
Get it. Get it.
Get it. Put in that work, big boy. Do that shit. Do that shit just right. I say dance monkey, dance monkey, dance monkey. Right? That's all it is, man. Just do the entertaining thing. I don't know how to explain. Like somebody asked me the other day, how is it that you do what you do? And I was like, what do you mean? All right, how do you talk to those people and not get sucked into this, that, or the other? And I'm like, because I don't give a fuck. I mean, you have to understand.
You have to. Yeah.
Really, don't give it. I don't care if they just murdered 15 people, it'd probably do the channel better.
Mm-hmm.
Saying, I'm interested in the YouTube content, any other alternate platforms, plans, anything else they're doing. But mainly, and people get weirded out because I call it a shill show, right? They really don't like that. Like I've had several people tell me just flat out, until you change the name, I'm not going to do it. And I'm like, okay.
Bye, Felicia.
I just wave at them. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. It works. It works out because the thing about a shield is typically you hear it in reference to like a government shield
Mhm.
or a corporate shield or a sponsor shield or there's another one. But anyway, it like an activist shield type. These are paid speakers on a given topic. Well, I'm paid, but not by y'all. And I will speak on what I choose to speak on. And what I choose to speak on so far has been other channels that are fantastic. The ones that YouTube do not love. Right? Like Show Me Sasquatch, 115 hours of streaming in 15 days. That man is putting in more work than most YouTubers do in a month.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, you could make the argument, well, it's a certain type of content or it's not very diverse or whatever. If you've ever checked out one of his streams, man, there's no telling who may show up in there.
Mm-hmm.
No telling. Even Chief, he's a grower. That's I go check him out.
I'm sub.
Like in with Show Me Sasquatch, you have people from all over the world that pop in on his live streams. They come in, they play music, they sing, they show videos of other things they've done. It's different. It's different because it's sort of his choice of what's going to show up, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you could say he curates it to an extent. Whereas I've got my own style where, you know, I like lots of pretty lights and lots of people if possible, you know.
You like a lot of stuff going on.
So
people keep entertained. I get it.
You know, if people are like me and they don't pay attention to what's actually going on, they listen to an audiobook while they're interviewing people.
Yeah, but how much are you retaining?
You'd be surprised. In fact, you would hate me.
No, I wouldn't hate you. I mean, I might idolize you, but shit. Every time I try to do it, one fails. If they don't, both go down. So.
Oh, it's ridiculous. I don't know how I do it. I have no idea how I do it. I'll tell you this much. If I sit down and try to accomplish one thing, I will get bored with it and quit and go do something else.
Yeah,
but put in an audiobook, open up a video over here, open up another video over there, put my ear cans on, mix those so that I can hear them both and balance it with my audiobook. I can then sit and edit and not be bored.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's what I do. Yeah.
You know, and like my kid, my wife, they come in here and they glance at what I'm doing and they're like, you can't possibly be paying attention to all of that. And I'm like, I'll have ATL up live over here. I'll have, I don't know, freaking slow burner live over there, and
Yeah.
have an audiobook up on my phone, and have my email and my editor and my OBS and 2 or 3 YouTube windows open where I'm going and getting clips from other things like movies and sounds and stuff
Mhm.
like that to put into a short that I never upload because I'm lazy and never get around to that part. I have more fun making them than I do actually showing them to people. But no, this is all working up to an end result where I'm going to do some long form content that involve like deep dives into various books, like the Pirates of Airsats.
Yeah.
And if you've never read the Pirates of Airsats, I suggest anyone with time and a nap to go
Oh, I
look.
don't ever have time, but
If you want to take a nap, man, dude, it is a romping, stomping, coming of age space pirate cowboy mafia story. It's like LA Noir on the moon. It's fucking great. It's one of those really weird like mid-50s pulp comic things. It's great. There's so much shit going on in there. Basically, the main character doesn't want to be a pirate. So what does he do? He runs off and is the best pirate ever fucking created by accident by trying his best not to be a pirate. It's great. What's up, Keeper? Good to see you, brother. Keeping Chief. Who else I miss? Sure there's somebody floating around in here I missed. I appreciate you, Swizz Miss. Thank you. You too, AJ. I saw you in there putting in work. I think ATL might have dropped his own link. Good job.
I think that's the only. Well, he sometimes drops mine, so I can't say nothing.
Okay, so he knows at least 2.
Yeah.
Okay, good job.
It was taking me for, and I'm like, how do they do it, right? And then I figured out a system, and I'm like, okay, I got this. But I'll tell you what, I popped in today, and I was like, oh my god, he has like almost fucking 30 people, and Swiss Miss ain't here. I was like, ah, you know.
Yeah, I was late.
So I was like, oh, we're just gonna go one at a time. That's all I can do, right?
I was late. I was in here arguing with my daughter and my wife about breakfast or something. I don't remember what it was, but I saw him go live, and I was like, I'll check on that in a minute. 30 minutes later, we were still debating. I was like, oh shit. I caught him a couple of days ago with Agent X. I'm gonna try to get her in for an interview. I may need a translator. I'll get George to do it. Figure he might do better understanding her than I do. I mean, my Southern is strong with this one, man. I can deal with anywhere in the continental US. You start getting up around Canadian area, I start kind of losing a word or two. I can't quite keep up with them folks. Like, I don't know, man. Some people hard to understand, and something about the way she uses her vowels, it stumbles my ear into the following word. Like there's like a pause in there or something. I don't know. I have to go back and rethink about what she just said to realize what she actually just said.
Right.
Like I don't understand it the first time
long
through.
enough, so I mean, when ATO was with her, I think that's the first time I really like watched her.
God, they won't leave me subscribe to her channel. I mean, I ran into her, I think, on when I hosted Richie Rich back. Hell, that might have been before you, right after you, first time. Man, that was a minute ago. And
Agent X ATO.
Agent X, yeah. But what did I call her? Mr. X?
No, I don't know why he's asking. Maybe he just didn't hear because he has a hard time hearing. Got to speak up a little bit.
Oh, no, that's not the problem. My man doesn't have earbuds and doesn't use them. He just echoes.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
He'll sit there. This motherfucker will eat chips while on your battle.
ATO, I love you, right? But okay, so get this, dude. He was on my panel the other day, right? And somehow it ended up being like this. Like, he was talking like this, right? That's why you could see. And I just wanted to be like ATL, you know, but I was just, oh my Lord. I would rather look at the forehead than the whole mouth. And stuff. That's just a little freaky.
Oh, dude, I love you so much. I really do. I really do.
It's not what wrong. I mean, no, people just don't necessarily want to,
Yeah.
well, yeah.
No, brother. We're just hey, get your
Got nothing but love for you.
hold up, brother. There's supposed to be a link in chat already. I'm an idiot. Where's it at? Let it not be said. Let it not be said. I ain't gonna pin it though. It's not exactly an open panel. It's more of an invite.
That's what I
Invite
thought.
only panel. Huh?
I said that's what I thought. Oh my gosh, this monitor keeps turning on and off.
Oh, I hate that shit. I got a TV over here that
It's
does it.
pissing me off.
I think it's the reason why I don't have sound in my OBS, because it's using the TV's native font, not my computer's native font.
Right.
I know that sounds weird, but I turned the TV on before I started the laptop, and I think it went that way instead of the other way.
Mm.
And now my dog is barking.
Just gotta say it.
We got people here. You shut the door. Hello, my love. Can we close the door? I'm live. Whole family here, right? Like everybody just decided to have a reunion in my room.
Love it.
Oh, brother, we got a whole pile of folks coming. Well, I'm gonna drop that down till he actually shows it. What's up, Cap? What's happening?
Good evening, sir.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Do you
That was
often
a pretty harrowing first hour. I've seen Jean-Claude Van Damme movies that had fewer action scenes.
I'm bad. Oh, did you go get some chips, bro? AGL went and got him some chips for the show, y'all.
You should try like popcorn or something.
Yeah, that's hard to eat. It's hard to grasp.
That sounds great too.
The sensory thing. I love
Oh,
popcorn.
you have no idea what you walked into, Captain.
What's that?
Oh, y'all are killing me. I'm sorry. Look at this.
This is your first time, like in the I feel for you.
This is Captain Curmudgeon's first time at backstage. Welcome to the show. It's
Well, we're not
basically whatever you
backstage.
want to talk about, brother. What's the subject today? Are we going to talk about ATL eating chips?
Might as well.
Go ahead.
What kind of chips are they again?
Oh, these are just Ritz crackers.
Oh, light crunch. I hear you.
They're cheese. I usually go with the peanut butter, but when I was at Walmart, I picked
the
the
peanut
wrong
butter
one.
ones are freaking awesome.
Yeah, I picked the wrong ones. It's either the Ritz or some type of a malt cracker. But the malt is essential.
Does it make your mouth dry?
Yeah, which makes me drink my Coca-Cola,
Okay.
which I love, my Coca-Cola Zero.
Just
Not
want to make sure
sponsored.
you're ready.
Can't wait to be sponsored by something. I want it to be something really wacky, like adult diapers or,
It's freaky that you would pick out that I eat crackers a lot on my when I'm talking live.
No, it's not.
That's a weird thing. Because you know what? I never see anyone else.
You know what I actually found myself wondering today?
Huh.
What proportion of adult diapers are bought by people who need them as opposed to people who are adult baby fetishists?
Oh,
Right.
Because I was unfortunate enough to read an article on that subject, and so my mind went where my mind went.
Yeah, I get it. Nah, I've had
Because
that.
apparently there's a regrettable number of grown adults who
Oh
find
yes,
some sort
That
of
would be one.
gratification in pretending to be infants and
One.
you
It would
are
take
one.
No, it would take one to be a regrettable number.
yes,
One
that is
motherfucker out there to want to
I
say,
will,
AJ
I will
seems
sign
to
that
know-
memo enthusiastically.
AJ seems to know one or more.
I know that there are very many different fetishes. Not that is one of my fortes, but I know about the fetish world. We'll just say that.
And it seems that like the people who are running the culture want to normalize all of them.
Yep.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of weird people out there today.
No way.
No more than usual. The difference is they've all got cell phones and are put on blast by Twitter and the powers that be. The rest
And they
of
are
us
emboldened.
Yeah.
ATL, I did not start my channel because I wanted to run a narrative. I did not start my channel because I wanted to read Westerns. I did not start my channel because I wanted to meet people. I started my channel because I couldn't fucking stand it no more. Same reason Captain Curmudgeon did. He was sitting around one day.
Yeah, I hear you.
I can't have it no more.
I started my channel because somebody said I couldn't. So.
Oh yeah, that's a good reason too, or because someone said you could. I've been told for years I needed something. You need to be on YouTube. You need to be on Twitter. You need to be on TikTok. I'm like,
I did it out of desperation.
We know why you did it. Yours is the most logical one here. You needed the support of a community.
Yeah.
CarThief news? I don't know. That's a good question.
Sorry.
At what point does a fetish become a sickness?
When it starts impacting your life and relationships negatively.
When it gives you a fever, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That was a good one, Akio. Good job.
When it becomes contagious.
Or maybe when it leaves the confines of your bedroom.
Hey, I don't know. I got my sex swing set up in the living room. It's got more range for swinging.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean,
and I like big
in the
girls.
compounds of your home.
You can't imagine the potency of my sex swing.
Look, I don't have mine yet, so no, I don't want to hear about it.
Oh yeah. Well, I got a good crew that'll come install a good one that'll hold a wildebeest at bay for 20 days.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I don't understand that. I mean, some people might need them because they have like back problems.
Oh no, I just don't want her to be able. Never mind.
I just hope it's a tasteful looking sex swing because I hate the ostentatious ones.
No, this one's got like attachments.
What does an ostentatious sex one look like?
It's mine. Not gonna lie. This looks like a bangle bracelet. It's got so many toys hanging on. Oh, I'm a picture of myself.
What's up, Dennison?
Dennison X, brother. I'm sorry, brother. Tonight's kind of a previous guest only kind of concept. Don't take it personal. And some people get it mixed up. They think they come up on After Dark and they're a previous guest. That's not the way that works. I do a show on you, then you're a previous guest. You're welcome into any After Dark that pops up after you. Now, you may not want to be here, but you're welcome. Anyway, we're doing a whole 1,000 sub celebration. That's the whole thing tonight. I'm actually at like 1,040. Mad lads are still pouring in through the gate.
You passed 1,000 right after you profiled me, so I will happily take credit for that.
It's all your fault, dude. I blame you. I'm gonna drag your ass to fame, dude. I want you for a fucking co-host. I've got a whole show that would be beautiful for you. I've been sitting over here in my backstage for 9 months. It was one of the first setups that I put together, one of the first formats I worked on. And after using it a couple of times, it really worked for me, right? It didn't work. The delivery you've got with the ability, all right. So basically it's set up so that there's 2 screens below with 1 screen at the top, and they kind of overlap so that you're only covering a piece of each of the bottom screens. And the idea was to deliver a soliloquy like you do, but for it to have the like associated video going down below on both sides, right?
Right. Yeah.
So when you change subjects, one of the video changes the subject, and then the other one follows suit a few seconds later, given a good transition period and stuff. It's perfect for a straight delivery like that. It doesn't really work for guests.
And that's the kind of stuff I imagined in my head when I imagined having full-time hours to devote to YouTube type stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
No, weirdly enough, that was one of my first failures. Like when I popped in and I started trying to set this kind of stuff up where I'd be able to actually interact with people smoothly, I set up several different ways to do it, and all of it would crash my computer. The real trick was getting this stuff to run without crashing. That was the real trick. And I'll tell you what broke it. Mr. Self-Destruction was there the night my show was born. Cog got shit-faced. Cognitive Talks got shit-faced and showed me his back screen on his computer. He's like, "Oh, I'll show you anything you want to see." Shows it to me. Scrolls all the way up and down, goes through, tells everybody what everything does, sets it back up. And my ass was over there with a peeing on. Yeah. All right, gotcha. I'll record.
What I want to figure out is how I take a news clip from the news station and put it up on my channel like it's mine.
Okay. There's two ways. One, you go into either StreamYard or OBS or whatever. You bring it up, you share it to the OBS or whatever. You get it so that it's visible and you're getting a recording. You triple check your sound, make sure you're actually getting sound, because that is the worst thing, is to record some shit, look back, realize you didn't get nothing except you going.
Well,
So you could-
the video editors have a thing called screencast. Mine does, and I think that's pretty much what you're talking about. Where you appear as a little square in the corner, and then the rest of the screen is your computer screen, and you can you show the article that you're talking about, or the video you're talking about, or whatnot.
There's like a news story that I want to catch, and then put in some narrative beforehand.
Right.
I've seen like everyone do this, but I haven't been able to figure it out.
That's what he's telling you. There's the editor way to do it. There's the OBS way to do it. There's a StreamYard way to do it. And then you can do it with just a cell phone, but I don't know exactly how. That's Kermit from Show Me State News Now. He does all of his work from a cell phone, and it's amazing.
Right, so if I pull up StreamYard, I should be able to record something in there.
Yeah, you record it. Hold on. Do you have a paid version of StreamYard?
No.
Okay, in that case, you're going to have to use your local recording. So you're going to have to record it on your local computer. You hold on.
Yeah, that's where I am right now. I just figured a little bit of that out today.
It's totally doable. Just
yeah.
You would. I would use OBS to do it myself. Captain Curmudgeon may be on an easier way though.
I do everything on my third-party video editor, and like I said, that the function that I think you're talking about on the software I use is called Screencast. And I've been meaning to start making videos in that style for quite some time now. I just haven't gotten around to it yet, but maybe this conversation will be the impetus.
Yeah, Screencast sounds really familiar because I use that when I want to take something from my cell phone and throw it on my TV set, or throw it onto one of my Google devices.
Right, same concept,
principle.
but you have your camera in the corner so they can still see you, kind of like you are on my screen now. You'll be in the corner.
Create a paradox. Yeah.
Sure, why not? I like paradox. I like one doc. Two docs are better there. Sorry.
I'm just gonna stare.
Yeah, I get that empty stare a lot. I love it when I get pulled over and the cop starts asking me questions and I keep answering them, but he doesn't get any information.
Mm-hmm.
So where are you coming from this afternoon? That way? Where are you
What kind of evening do you think it is, sir?
Right. My favorite is when they get their days, when they get the time of day wrong. They're like, "So where are you headed this afternoon?" It's like midnight. Bitch, it ain't even afternoon, and I'm hammered.
What seems to be
I
the
love when I
ultimate
get
problem.
a good afternoon email at 7:05 in the morning.
Right? What fucking time zone are you in, Bubba?
What seems to be the officer problem?
Yeah, right. Seems to be the Ossifer problem.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
I'm not nearly as intoxicated as you imagine I am, sir.
When I first moved into my house over here, this place is all right. First of all, it was my wife's grandmother's house. She inherits it. There's some money exchanges, and we end up with the house, right? We move in. No one has been here in 2.5 years. There hasn't been a soul on the property in 2 years. Suddenly, poof, we live here, right? So I'm out front trying to get the sprinklers back working right and whatnot, and poof, we come up to go on vacation. I'll leave some tools and shit sitting out in the front yard under a bush. I come back at like 2 a.m. This thing is like literally a little bit of glue and sticking it together from done. I ran out of time and had to go. So I threw a plastic bag over it, walked away. I come back, it's like 2 a.m. I'm all jacked up from driving back like 7.5 hours, and I'm not sleeping anytime soon. So after sitting around in the house wondering what to do, realizing that I haven't hooked up the cable, I haven't hooked up any of the other crap that I need to be able to actually entertain myself, I decided, you know what? I'll go outside and finish that fucking little bit of pipe work, right? 2 o'clock in the morning, who gives a shit? It's mine. I go out, put little stuff together. I get the water running. I stand there and I spray some stuff. Excuse me, sir. I turn around, there's a cop standing in my front yard asking me what I'm doing. And I pointed the hose pipe at him. It was like, hey, bud, get the fuck back on the goddamn sidewalk. You wasn't invited over here. He stood there for a second, stared at me. It was like, I just want to know what you're doing here. And I want to know what the fuck you're doing in my goddamn yard. That's my question. And I kind of sprayed the ground next to him, and he kind of double stepped back, put his hand on his gun, and I'm like, you're going to shoot me over some fucking water? And then I see the commanding officer in the car, 50 feet down the road, pulled over on the side of the road in a shadow, laughing his ass off because he sent him over to learn something a little bit about, public and private. That's public. This is public accessible, also known as private. Get the fuck out of my yard. Right now, you're going to get sprayed. You're going to arrest my ass.
Also, if I was a guy who was engaged in criminal malfeasance, would I do that by climbing up on a ladder and fixing a stranger's gutter?
Exactly. That's the best way to go about criminal activity. In fact, I pay for that type of activity.
I've heard of criminals breaking into people's houses and cleaning it because it was dirty.
Oh, no, I got a better one. I got a great one. A couple of weeks ago, there was actually, it's been a couple of months ago now. There was a guy who broke into some folks' house, made himself a sandwich, took a shower, stole some clothing, did their entire yard, detailed their yard, and then stole all of their equipment and pawned it.
Wow.
They pick him because they had a Ring doorbell. He gets picked up that afternoon. They get all their equipment back. He's released like the following day, and the people whose yard he had detailed and stolen picked him up from the jail cell and was like, look, dude, got a deal for you. You come and detail our yard once a week. We'll pay you to do it. You ain't got to steal shit. Man got him a lifetime job.
It is a good bit of inventive criminal thinking. You have to give him that.
You got to get your foot in the door somehow.
Indeed.
I'm one of those assholes, brother. Cap, listen, ATL. I'm one of those assholes. I'd walk off of a job at 2:30 in the afternoon. I'd ride over to the other side of town, find somewhere where they was putting up a new house, and I'd just get out of my truck with all my tools on, walk in and start driving nails. Directly, they'd realize I wasn't supposed to be there, but that I could read the blueprint and run wire and do everything they're doing. And eventually the boss may be like, all right, dude, exactly where the fuck did you come from? Oh, I just didn't want to work for Russ no more. All right, man. What do you charge? $14 an hour. Okay.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
I did part-time construction when I was a lot younger, and yeah, that's kind of the way things work. If you're just doing labor or something like that, yeah, jump on. And I don't know if it's like that today.
Yeah, it used to be that simple. It isn't any longer, though.
Yeah, we're going back to the 90s.
Oh, no, it really is. It really is that simple. It's just that everybody in the world wants to make it more complicated than it really is. All you're looking for is a person to do a job. I don't give a shit if they're tall, small, short, or all. I don't care. Blind, cripple, or crazy. If they can do the job, I will pay them to do it.
And if you're a young kid who's willing to demonstrate the initiative and go to a construction site and say, I want to work for minimum wage, give me a job, then you should be able to do that, for God's sake.
I have a hard time believing, well, like I said, this is back in the 90s. I can't think of one construction site that wouldn't hire a kid off the street to do labor.
Yeah.
You know,
exactly.
you go up to anyone, they'll tell you, all right, start cleaning this area. You got a job.
Right. Here's
And
a broom.
sometimes a kid gets his foot in the door that way and he winds up owning the fucking company in 25 years.
Toast. I have a
Yeah.
toast. No, actually, it's a quote. The time has come, the walrus said, to speak of many things, of shoes, of ships, of sealing wax, of cabbages, and of kings, of why the sea is boiling hot, and whether pigs have wings. Cheers. You know, I had this whole idea. I was going to do my own show. I was going to do Caucasian Sasquatch Shields, the Caucasian Sasquatch. I was going to do
see that.
Right? That's fucking retarded.
I'll watch it.
That was like a wet sock. But listen, terrible rum. I hate it. It's real bad.
What happened to AJ?
She dropped out. Somebody stepped in, said something. She squealed a high pitched note and then dipped out. Y'all can go
Turned
check
into a sausage fest and she bailed.
Yeah, she got beckoned, huh?
That doesn't offend her. That's not a problem. You did bring a 20, right? I mean, if you didn't, you got to go, man. You got to get out of the van. Everybody brought their own 20, right? I love it. Yes, I do. I'm just fucking with her. She does some of the best shorts I've seen. They're completely underrated. They're just as good as some of the 2-3 million view shorts. They're just the same. They're similar.
Yeah, I've watched some of her stuff. I like it. It's good.
Yeah, she does inspirational work.
I have been trying to convince her to go look for really old esoteric comics like Judy Tenuta. She's got a bunch of old, like, first wave feminist quotes that are fucking hilarious. I think AJ would be chef's kiss to pull them off. I think she could do it. Because that's the thing. First wave feminism was funny. Second wave feminism was disappointing. And third wave feminism is toxic.
And just incoherent and mean spirited.
Yeah, it's just evil. It's bad.
Yep. Straight up evil.
It's not equality or equity. It's domination and fuck.
And it winds up just destroying and degrading womanhood rather than promoting and celebrating it.
I've been watching a lady here on YouTube that she's quite an interesting character, and she promotes
Wait a second.
The traditional woman
skills. I'm sorry. I'm a little drunk and I got a little distracted. Somebody says someone up here has vocal skills. I'm trying to figure out which one of us has pipes.
It ain't me.
It can't be me. AJ,
I only use one option.
ATL is the one that can sing. Sing us a tune. Oh. He's like, nah, maybe not.
And I have actually already sung on this episode, for the record.
I'm sorry about that, dude. That's it. I laughed so hard I cried.
No, that's fine. I was so happy with the words and so disappointed in the delivery.
Oh, but it came across slightly flat, but it was very well done. Right?
Yeah, thank you.
It was flat.
I do what I can with the time I have available.
No, dude, no complaints. All I'm saying is, like, when you think something's falling, don't pull out.
Damn straight.
Don't
words to live by.
Go hard, balls deep, every time. Commit. That's right. My man's got it. Exactly what I mean. I mean to say, commit. If it's not worth doing unless you're going to go all deep in it, just fucking do that shit.
I put on the sunglasses
you don't want to get a bad
the other
name.
week.
I'm sorry.
You don't want to get a bad name, you know. I mean, because they talk a lot.
Fuck them.
No, you can't. You can't get a bad. You can't do it. You can't do it too good because then you're going to get annoyed a lot. But you can't go to the other end.
You can't get a bad name. I don't give a fuck what they think about me.
But I do see your point, though. If you do it too well, you just come off looking like kind of a psycho.
Okay, yeah, and I'm a total psychopath. Definitely. No kind of about it. I'm a sociopath. Definitely. I'm not a narcissist, though. I don't have Joe Cool pointed out one day. He's like, the reason I like your show is because you approach it with zero ego. And I was like, that is a very strange statement because I'm the most egotistical motherfucker I've ever met. Right? I'm like, It's me all the time. But then when I do my show, it's you or it's you, right?
Yeah, I
And
think the point being made is that an interview show should be about the interview subject rather than the interviewer, and a lot of interviewers get that wrong.
right. I could see that. Also, he called me out on a couple of things where I wasn't exactly right. I mean, I'd gotten some words wrong basically, and he was like, "No, that's pretty cool that you can take a correction and it's not gonna like break your whole worldview on the world." Nah, man, I said it wrong. Shit happens. Life sucks. We deal with it.
And that's how to not be a narcissist, right there.
I guess I don't know. I'm a total sociopath though, no doubt. I can't. All right, so there's some people who live on YouTube, right? They wake up in the morning, they do a live stream. They get off the live stream, they go to 3 different other live streams where they comment, they talk and chat. I sort of do that, sort of, but it's specifically tailored towards simply a presence on the site, right? I go to
Right.
ATL's lives, I'll come to your premieres, I'll go to AJOT's lives. I mean, I'll make an appearance, I'm there. Any previous guest does a live, I'm willing to come on if I get enough warning. Now I'm doing okay. Hold on, I got one here. I brought it up. It's right here. Hold on. All right, so I'm doing an appearance on Danny Mae's Adventures channel Monday at 3 p.m. Eastern. Right, I'm gonna run her intro, let y'all check it out, and then I'm gonna drop. And while actually, I'm gonna let the intro run, and then I'll drop her link in chat. I had it pinned at the beginning of the show. It's supposed to be alcohol. CarThief News's link, and it ended up being Danny Mae's Adventures link because I clicked the wrong one and pinned it. I'm an idiot.
Oh dear.
And I have no sound in my OBS. Look at this. This is god awful. I hate it. It's terrible. I got this. This is supposed to have a nice, soft, watery sound going on. You're supposed to hear like the waves and the wind and a little bit of music in the background. It's a monster. That's the first time Caucasian Sasquatch existed. I walked in one profile, walked out another. No joke. I came out, picked up my phone, and deleted my previous profiles. That was the birth of the Caucasian Sasquatch right there.
I dig it.
And on that same trip, I saw a sea monster. I meant to tell this story before, and I totally forgot. Y'all want to hear about the sea monster?
Goddamn right I do.
Okay, so I had this terrible little camera called a Tough, right? The Tough 1, by the way. The original Tough, not any of the great ones that came out after that. This was the horrible one they made. First, oh, it's bad. It's a good camera if you want to like use it to see what it looks like to be a baseball.
For that day and age, it's a perfectly respectable camera.
Dude, I had a 2002 Cougar whose driver's seat got jammed by this camera. We couldn't figure out what was jamming the seat. Fucker was just jammed there for 2 years. Finally, one day, one of my friends get into it, and they reach down and hit the button to like back up the seat. Fucker jumps the rail. We get in, put the seat back in the right place, take the whole thing out, put it back in. Turns out that Tough camera had gotten between the gears. It had jumped that seat out of a steel rail.
Wow.
Still works. I use it today.
Beautiful.
God awful tough.
See, the story's got a happy ending.
Right? Okay. So I'm at Edisto. This is where we go to vacation when we go off. And I'm up there, and this is part of Helena Sound, which has a huge river called Edisto River, which empties into basically the North Atlantic Current, right? Straight into the Gulf Stream. So there are days when you on the left side have crystal clear Bermuda water, and on the right side have mud. It's like black water, crystal clear, and you can see the line through the bay. It's beautiful, beautiful place. Sometimes it's crap.
Yeah, I've heard about it from other people, but I've never been there personally.
If you ever go to Edisto, if it ever happens, next time I go on fucking vacation, I'm going to be dropping like some addresses to come meet me in places. If you want to, it's fucking up to you. If you're in the Southeast, you want to come over there, what the fuck ever. I'm going to go eat at the Sea Cow. There's this restaurant there, does the greatest shrimp and grits I've ever wrapped my lips around. After a night of drinking or a week of drinking on the beach, there is nothing better to return your soul to proper equilibrium. Whiskey. I was going to write a book. I wrote about half of it and finally just got drunk and decided not to. Whiskey, shits, and shrimp and grits.
You know, the worst hangover story of my life involves a box of powdered grits after tequila at about 2:00 in the morning.
That sounds genius, actually.
Whew, that was a rough one.
Problematic, but yeah.
Yep.
No,
Yeah. Problematic indeed.
I've got this thing that I've always done. I say always. I used to work off grid, so quite often I wouldn't have like electricity or proper water, sanitation, shit like that. So I learned how to live without having to necessarily cook some shit. And one of the ways that I would get over certain call them short moments is I kept a whole 15 pack of instant grit packets in my lunchbox with desiccant wrapped up in cellophane because I'm in Georgia, and that shit will grow fungus if you don't protect it properly. But
and I used to have friends who lived in exactly that same manner, and that is where that story about the box of powdered grits comes from.
Yeah. Well, I was doing it to build people's houses out in the middle of nowhere, build lodges and hunting clubs.
Yeah, I gotta watch myself when I start drinking too much. I got a couple of stories. That one real bad one for Mardi Gras. It was going back I was in my early 20s.
Tell me
I started
more.
drinking. I started drinking. I was drinking vodka and tequila, and I remember being at a strip club. And then the next thing I remember it was the next morning. It was like 5:00 in the morning. The sun was just coming up, and I was face down in the gutter, naked with my underwear on.
Jesus!
And I had no idea how I got there.
So last Tuesday.
Shit, I'd die if I did that.
Let me tell you my New Orleans story. You ever been to New Orleans? Yeah,
I have not.
Okay. So pre-Katrina New Orleans is very different from post-Katrina New Orleans.
I've heard.
I go to New Orleans. There are gardens that have been there for 200 years. There are oak trees that have stood for probably 500 years. There are houses that were built 400 years ago in some cases. I mean, some of these places are enormous. Yeah. All right. If you've ever read Interview with the Vampire, she does an excellent job of trying to show
the
age of the city. It is a 600-year-old city in an area in a country that typically only counts back 200 years. So,
and it's been at the crossroads of multiple cultures for that whole time. Also,
the same area also has a whole bunch of Indian mounds in it that we now have a city on top of, because there was a city there when the natives lived here, because it is the crossroad of America, north and south.
Yeah.
So what I'm getting at is this: we go to New Orleans, we run into this chick who calls herself the Acid Fairy, right? She comes around with this fucking little water bottle, and she gives everybody a little shot of fucking water in their drink and moves the fuck on. I missed that. I wasn't there for the first time the Acid Fairy showed up. I missed it. I come in and they were like, "Did you see the acid
when you miss the Acid Fairy?"
No, I didn't know what the fuck they were talking about. I'd been driving for like 14 hours, just got there, came in, started shooting shots, went to take a piss, came back, and they were like, "Did you see the Acid Fairy?" I was like, "No."
And she's got it in a spray bottle?
No, she had it in a Aquafina water bottle.
Jesus Christ.
was putting caps in people's shots. Wow. And I walked in, picked up a shot off the table, took a shot, and was like, "No, I missed her. I didn't see it." Everybody started laughing. Hey, Rita, that's another really good channel. She's one of those never going to monetize channels. She puts up the most fantastic movies. I used to work at a movie store, and some of the greatest movies that's ever been made have never been watched by people like that. And they're excellent. and it takes a discerning eye to actually find them. And she regularly hosts movies that I wish I could figure out how to host without losing my freaking ability to stream. I don't know how she does it. I really want to get her backstage and have a conversation. If I can't do a full-on interview with her, I mean,
and that always is really gratifying when you discover a 25, 30, 35-year-old movie and you watch it and love it and you think, how did I not know this existed?
Right. Well, that doesn't happen to me. I worked in movies from 1990.
Yeah, it happens very seldom, and that's what makes it all the more gratifying.
All the way to 2006 or so, I worked in rentals. And so if there was a movie made from the dawn of time until about 2005 or 6, I've not only seen it, I've watched it to the point where I don't want to watch it anymore. I have an original copy of The Last Starfighter.
Oh, I love that movie. That movie came out when I was 10. Yep, saw it in the theater.
An original. I'm talking still like it's faded from the front window of the rental store I worked at. I have an original version of The Empire Strikes Back, an original copy of the VHS of Return of the Jedi, an original copy of Blue Harvest. No, I'm drawing a New Hope.
Well, it's nice when you watch those old ones, those old cuts and everything. You catch things that aren't in the remastered. You know,
dude, the remastered versions they've got their place. Don't misunderstand.
Last Starfighter. I used to love that flick, and I probably haven't seen it since the start of this century.
But she was in the Comet movie too. The Night of the Comet. That actress that was in the Starfighter.
He's right. He's fucking right. The main chick in Last Starfighter was in Night of the Comet. You're correct. Wow. Way to impress me. I'm proud of you, ATL. Jesus.
Yep. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Excellent call.
I rub my nipples a little bit. Made me happy. No,
when I become infatuated with an actress, I make sure I know all the movies that she's
in. It's a stalker thing. I understand.
Yeah, my stalking days.
Yeah.
I don't got the energy to do that anymore.
Fuck all that noise. No, Swizz is the greatest mod that have ever walked the earth. And if anyone says otherwise, they will be dealing with me. Just to be sure. Oh, man. I am ignoring chat. I do apologize. Who else did I miss? CarThief is back. Rita's here. Queen Bird's here. I've got about another 50. Well, we're going to go to 2 hours and 30 minutes. And I'll have finished half my pint and we'll go offline and y'all can chew me out however you want. It'll be great. Actually, you can chew me out however you want now. No, stalk me, dude. I started a YouTube channel to make it easier for my stalkers.
And now that you're over 1,000,
that's very conscientious of you, I think.
I was a nice guy,
right?
Now that you're over 1,000, those numbers should start going up a little bit quicker for you. I noticed when I went over 1,000, my numbers started going up a little quicker.
All right. So, all right, let me get a grip on something. Listen up. And this is for everybody in chat. This is everybody who watches this later, however this works. Captain Curmudgeon, ATL, both of y'all. Shorts are empty content, but they are extremely useful for growing a channel. Cap, do you know anywhere in your life a beautiful woman who will smile at a camera and let you use the picture? Don't answer.
Goddamn right I do.
If you do, find one. Whenever you do your shorts, when you've got that change of topic that happens in the middle of your show, pick up 25 seconds of the front, 25 seconds of the last, and add 3 seconds in the middle of a beautiful woman smiling at the camera. I just about guarantee you the algorithm will pick that scene to use as its thumbnail, and you'll break 2, 3, 5, 10K tomorrow.
It's devious as hell, but I love it.
Are you joking? Did you see the name of my fucking show tonight? The problem with Sasquatch? It's not my fucking problem. It's y'all's problem. I'm not trapped in here with y'all. You're trapped in here with me. But anyway, no, the problem was...
And all the more acculturated for it.
And I'm actually inviting other people who have issues to bring me their issues. We'll talk about it backstage with private. And then if it rates a show, we'll do a show for awareness. I'm not a fundraising channel. I will not do that. I'm not going to fuck with your money. I'm not going to touch your donation links. I'm not none of that shit. They can be dropped in chat, but I'm not putting them anywhere up here. None of that. Right. But awareness is perfectly acceptable. With CarThief, I wanted to push the awareness of the arrest powers that police have acquired since 9/11 that lead to them making audacious charges so that you'll plea bargain for something less.
Yeah,
I'm
and
addicted to this myself.
I found that all pretty distressing. I
It's
I
very
was glad you devoted that much time to it, because people should hear that kind of stuff.
Yes, definitely. And whereas, I mean, I love CarThief to death, but I have spoken with him backstage, and he can sometimes come across as a bit of a bore. Not boring, but a pig with tusks. A bit of a bore.
And to your credit, you asked all of the questions that a dispassionate, objective journalist should have asked.
I'm actually interested in the legal connotations of what he's bringing to me. I don't care whether he's right or wrong.
As well you should be.
Reality. Yes, and CarThief, I know you're here, and you're welcome back up anytime. If I say anything you don't like, you can come correct me anytime you want. You know that, brother. Welcome to John Denicola. I see you everywhere, man. You're everywhere. He's everywhere, man. In fact, there's only a couple of places I haven't seen him, and that's when I got into homesteading channels, knitting channels, and stumbled over into Captain Curmudgeon, and he wasn't there. And I was like, wow, I'm the first. And
Where are you from,
there you
Denicola?
go.
I'm sorry, what?
Where's Denicola from?
I would guess Florida, but I don't know. The cola sounds like a Florida type.
My paisan.
Yeah, my audience seems to skew heavily to the southeast.
Yeah, no, that's because we're red as fuck over here, and they stole our election. I didn't say that shit out loud because of 3 fucking Biden bumps. I'm a bit fucking perturbed by the situation. I know 2 Biden voters, 2 dose this many. I know this many personally.
And they should both be ashamed of themselves.
Mm-hmm. It is the man with the master plan. What is up, CarThief? What did I say wrong?
Dude, I loved that, man. That CarThief, he's a bit of a bore. I loved that, man. That was awesome. Yeah.
Not boring.
He's a wild hog with tusks and hard to kill.
Well, actually, I think we need to. Was it BOOR, BOAR, or BORE?
BOAR.
Definitely.
That's what I was hoping for.
And if you've ever gone and hunted javelina hogs, they are fucking hard to kill.
I have never hunted a javelina, although I have taken down more than my fair share of regular old boar hogs, like Russian boars and those fuckers. I
don't think I've even met a javelina hog.
I've never seen one, not with my own eye. Well, actually, no. When I drove out to Texas, I saw something I thought was a pig, but didn't look right. I suspect it was a javelina.
What a lot of people call a warthog is a javelina.
Not here.
Or a razorback hog, same thing.
Not here. They're hogs.
Then you go to
Arkansas javelinas doesn't sound very good.
Then you go to them certain types of bars. They're going to be full of pigs, but not supposed to call them that.
Sweat hogs.
I love them chubby girls, man. Jesus Christ! Did I just say that out loud, or was I thinking it? Was I talking? Did they hear me?
You're talking
fat bottom girls make the rock and world go round.
Absolutely.
You don't get it. You're talking to a guy who goes to a bar with bacon grease and syrup behind his ears.
And you got a industrial weight sex swing. Come on.
Damn right. Looks like a fucking charm bracelet. It's got
that is boss level bullshit right there, brother.
It is as tastefully decorated as it is structurally sound.
Yes. Yes.
That sounds so dirty.
It's
All
not
right,
dirty.
guys.
I
I am
sterilized.
checking out.
I'm sorry.
I am checking out.
Bye.
Thanks for having me up.
Yes, sir.
See you later, ATL. Good to see you, bub.
Anytime. I think we went a little off the beaten path for him.
I got the biggest kick earlier about AJOT saying that she saw nothing but his forehead, or no, his bottom side of his mouth, and she'd rather look at his forehead. And I was like, ATL got a 5 head. What are you talking about?
6 head.
6 head.
6 head.
Oh Lord.
Which is even more extreme than the Peyton Manning 5.5 head.
We have someone who's famous in chat. We have a famous person in chat. He's famous. Kent
Who do we
Beer.
got?
Kent Beer. Kent Beer.
Oh, wow.
Here, we're gonna go find out who he is. We're gonna go talk to him on his backstage. That's what we're doing. Where's it at? Let me find him. Hold on. I'll do it. Hold on. Wait. I have a show that I'm doing with Danny May's Adventures Monday at 3 p.m. Eastern. Right? She's got the whole thing set up. She's got it all done. It hasn't been scheduled, but she's got all like pictures and she thought she wanted to use your profile pic. She wanted to use your profile pic. Imagine. Yeah, Cap. She thought you were me.
What did she want to do with it?
You wanted to use it for my profile, for my show pic, like I did with you. I took your avatar and made it the show, like yeah. She wanted to do the same thing, and I was like, you can use my avatar, but that's not me. And
that ain't me.
Like, how about this? Like, that's also not me.
I'm glad you brought that up because I told Lady Curmudgeon about the flattering thing you said about the profile picture, and she was a photographer, and she thought that was pretty awesome. She wanted me
let me tell you, no, I've had some interaction about that picture. I have. A lot of people seem to think that it was me on some particular fucking whatever it was, right? It wasn't me. It was you. That's you. What? 3 years ago? 2.5?
Yeah, couple years. Yeah.
Right.
Y'all could pass for your older and younger brother in those pictures.
But here's the question: which one of us is older?
You really gonna make me answer that? I'll give you 3 guesses. You'll only need one.
You.
This coming from the dude that's 29 years old and has this much salt and pepper. Come on.
I look like a milk vampire from experience, but don't.
Hey, I have turned 29 19 times.
I hear you, brother. All right, well, I'm 43. I can't do none of y'all's by the fucking math. I've been drinking.
I am 21 years old with 31 years experience.
You got me beat by about 7 years, so I don't even want to fucking hear that shit.
Okay. Hey, I forgot to say something during the live stream when I was up the first time. I want to tell you how much I really am enjoying these audiobooks that you're running with the background animation and stuff from games.
For you.
I love that stuff. And I have listened to The Mound probably 3 of the last 5 nights going to sleep. And when I laid down this afternoon, that's exactly what I was listening to when I was taking my nap. I love that story.
Right.
I have listened to some of it also, and I want to echo those sentiments because you are a really good narrator.
That wasn't me. That was Nemesis the Sorcerer. Wait.
Okay.
Sorry.
Then he's a very good narrator.
Excellent. But here's the thing. Let me explain that one. I was going to read that one. I was going to narrate it. And I sat down and I did about the first 15 minutes of the book. And I did it in about 12 minutes, and it was pretty good. And I kept listening to it, and I kept thinking, I've heard that before. And I've heard it better. My sound wasn't great. It wasn't it was well done. I was perfectly willing to go with it, but I kept thinking, I've heard it before. And so I go back and I look at the Mound, and I look at the various people who have narrated. I found the Nemesis the Sorcerer. Maybe Nemesis the Wizard.
Nemesis?
Yeah, Nemesis the something. He's the sorcerer or the wizard or something. I can't remember right now. I'll go find it, drop the link in chat. But I went and listened to him, and dude, it sounds like me reading with better sound equipment.
Okay.
So I was like, I sat there for a minute and I listened.
I never would have known it wasn't you if you didn't tell me.
It's linked in the video. It's linked the here, linked everywhere. But yeah, no, you wouldn't guess.
You remember I was talking about Fear and Loathing Las Vegas. Did you get the link that I sent you to the actual?
Yes, I
That
have.
guy sounds the cadence of talk and how just the way he speaks is very much like Hunter S. Thompson. It is amazing. Love that.
I listened to Hunter S. Thompson.
Hunter Thompson had a fantastic voice.
Absolutely.
The roaming, what is it? Buffalo Roams?
Yeah, as Where the Buffalo Roam.
Right. He read that and I was hooked.
Oh yeah.
But I've got something planned specifically for you, CarThief.
Okay, yeah, you were telling me about that and I can't wait, dude.
I'm gonna go and do all right. I've got some work to do. It's gonna be a few weeks before I can get there.
Sure.
Because I've got something else I'm doing before then. I've got my wife working on game footage for some audiobooks. I'm working on game footage for other audio.
Okay.
Hunter S. Thompson did Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. I'm going to take Fallout New Vegas. I'm going to build a build that is Hunter S. Thompson, and then I'm going to dress up as my particular
your version?
My version of Mary Sue.
Oh God!
I'm gonna dress her up as Hunter S. Thompson and take her into the new Vegas wasteland.
Man, hell yes!
With specifically a drug bill, so that she doesn't get fucking addicted to nothing.
That drug run thing you were telling me about was awesome.
It's gonna be great. I mean, we might not be able to. I don't know if it's public domain. I'm going to upload it anyway and see what it does. I'll send it to you regardless.
Man, I will listen to that motherfucker all the time. Watch it.
Oh, Queen Bird, don't be like that. All right, so I'm going to do this show in a couple of days. Monday, Danny May's event. Check it out. This is her intro. That's coming in. I know what's wrong with this. It's fucking glorious, man.
I love that.
You got to give credit where credit is due. That's beautiful.
Yeah, I love that.
Yep.
But I'll be there. I don't know how long her show is. She hasn't really given me a lot of information. All she was like, "Have you had any paranormal activity?" I'm sorry, I carry.
Well, if I had a nickel for every time I heard that.
I carry a firearm with me everywhere I go, even when I'm joking. So
I don't anymore. Well, for the time being.
I got 50 cents that says if you manage to spring yourself and get to Georgia, they give you your fucking gun back.
Well, all I had to do is move my firearms to a safe place.
That's
it.
As far as that,
in the house.
Yes, sir. I understand.
Another one of those dumbass stipulations. # fuck them putos.
However you feel about it, brother. Actually, I've gone a little bit over my time, honestly. God damn it, copy proper.
Man, you've had some 5.5 hour live streams. What you talking about over time? You go as long as you want.
That's true. However, have you ever heard of game theory,
Yes,
Cap?
I do know game theory. I was a QAnon follower.
Yes,
Okay,
sir, I have. I'm not intimately familiar with it, but I know the term.
I'm talking about actual game theory, not the bullshit
Yeah.
So before I started my channel, I sat down with a slide rule and a calculator. I ran some game theory on a theoretical algorithm, and then I made my channel. I fucked
Damn.
up, ruined some shit, did shit wrong. I fucked up. So now I have a certain amount of freedom because I can't monetize this channel. I'm going to start a channel.
Get right.
And it's not going to be associated with me. You're not going to know it's anything to do with me. I'm not going to advertise it. I'm not going to link it to myself. I'm just going to upload stuff over there. You might recognize it, but it will not be the same stuff I upload here. Now, that being said,
I know who the man is.
I'm just saying it's a retirement channel. The idea is to create
Right.
a monetizable channel that sits there and generates profit
That's
without
cool.
put effort into it. Doing the same thing I'm doing here, but it's uploaded over there and it's cordoned off into its own non-copyright, non-anything.
Sure.
Completely outside the pale.
Sure.
So I'll never advertise myself. I'll never. It will be fully monetized. It will be fully linked to PayPal and anything else I can do. It's my actual profession thing.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. That's nice.
Haven't done it yet, but got this idea in my head, and it's never going to show up on this channel at all. Nothing like that.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll make you a deal. When you do pull the trigger on that, text me the link, and I will be one of your first subscribers.
Okay.
And if I'm safe to have your cell phone number,
You can have.
I'm safe to have that. So
you've already got.
I know, that's what I'm saying. If I'm safe to have your cell phone number, I'm safe to have that link, and I will not out you.
It's not a safety issue. That's not the issue.
Right. Well, I won't out you. I'm just saying.
I'm Sasquatch. This is a total different thing. Totally.
Cool.
All right. CarThief, look, you've dealt with me a long time. Captain Curmudgeon is new here. He hasn't ever heard my weird, like, off the wall bullshit.
Sure.
I do these shows to try to permit other YouTubers to be able to do content I would like to watch. I know you have the capability of doing the things I'm seeing. You do exactly that stuff. So I promote you.
Sure.
You have an amazing on reality. Your ability to state fact in amongst all the bullshit is absolutely fucking amazing to me. I can't do that. And your ability to do a phrase is just short of Dennis Miller. Maybe. And that's because you don't have the experience yet. Give you a year, 2 years, you'll have your own fucking show. You give me 6 months, I'll give you that show. Just don't mention me in your fucking, memoirs or nothing. That's all I'm saying. No, I was one of the
and as always, thank you very much indeed for the kind words.
No, the kind words are what you have earned. You don't have to thank me for those. That is your doing.
That's fair. That is a fair assessment.
You spent 2 years putting together content capable of attracting my attention. You attract someone else's attention. You went, "Hey, Sasquatch, you really need to check this out." She didn't say another word. She was like, "Just check it out." Okay, click. Okay, yeah, no, that's dollar bills right there. That's what that is. You, my brother, I have an individual I'm going to drop a link to for you in the private chat. He has his own stream network. He has his own streaming platform. If I could create my own platform, that's what it would be. It is privately owned, privately operated, and because you don't do anything but YouTube, you can just add in, and it's no hair off your ball.
Right.
He has no, well, he has very few content creators. He's uploading my work. I think ATL's work, a couple other people. If you haven't come across the Grim Reaper radio show, go check him out. He's got all that shit going on. You just got to get in there, do that thing, link yourself to it so that it uploads to his site while you're going later. YouTube douches you to fuck out. You can just go download your shit from there.
Yep.
Well, I learned something today I didn't know. When you delete your videos off of StreamYard, they don't leave YouTube.
Nice.
Didn't know that. Which means
Ride fast, lean hard, don't die.
don't die.
I say that every time a motorcycle rides by. Ride fast, lean hard, don't die. It's just my little prayer over a brother of two wheels. I don't have to know him to care about him. Huh?
I say hot jets. Hot jets and a cool landing.
Absolutely.
Hey, does anybody here? This goes for chat, by the way. I'll be watching. I know I'm robot. Sorry. That's because of CarThief. Let me see if I can fix it.
My fault.
No, not your fault. My fault. I should have fixed it before now. It's not you. It's me. All right, is that better?
Yeah, that's better. That's better for me.
Like fucking magic, right? I just didn't think about it. I'm sorry. It's on my end. Totally my fault. Fuck all of you. I can't help it. I'm drunk.
It was getting a little dodgy.
Hey, you could tell by the way I was delaying my responses. I would say something, wait for myself to say it, and then finish my statement. Sorry.
That's never a good way to work.
Hey, Swiss Miss, you're well beyond the after show if you want to just put up your boots and like not bother. That's with you. No, I love each and everything that you do. I really do. Swizz Miz is probably one of the greatest mods in all of history. I want to go see this. Hold up. Let me get this done.
And she's downright friendly too.
Oh, she's great.
Hey, what was the one that I just saw? It was Jizz Coated Fuck Sluts Volume 27. What was that? Yeah.
Right. That was the one about my ex-girlfriend, number 27, and she was in a 3-part series involving the right.
I like her already.
No,
Dude,
Rita, she's a whole.
If that is actually Rita in her profile picture, man, she is way prettier than I am, and I am not even mad about that.
But look at this list of movies.
Oh, I know. I went in and subbed to her earlier and saw all of that, and I was like, ha ha ha, I can't wait.
Three Amigos.
I love that movie.
Three Amigos.
Hold up.
I love that movie.
Yeah, I am all about some Three Amigos.
Turn that off. Turn it back on.
We don't have it off.
Like magic. That's retarded. Why do I have to keep doing that? All right, chat. Peyton Samuels, you particular. Peyton, listen. I need you to do me a favor, brother. Listen. Check it out. Male, female, I don't care. I need you to tell me when CarThief starts echoing. I can fix it. Because if you don't.
Am I echoing?
Only when I don't do it right. I don't I'm trying to give like a soulful interjection.
I think most of the time it's my fault because I'm on a cell phone without headphones.
Yes, no, it's the lack of headphones. But see, I have this little button over here I can fiddle with, and I can fix it by doing that, and then it goes haywire for 2 seconds, and that, and fix it. for like 10 minutes.
Gotcha.
I learned that from Cheese Bear. God rest her soul.
Cool.
Anyway.
What happened to Cheese Bear?
She's no longer among us as Cheese Bear.
Oh, okay. I thought you like God rest her soul for like real.
I'm just saying, like, I can't admit that she might still exist. That is inappropriate or wrong.
You're right.
Yeah, no, look at the list of movies that's here. She's doing the thing I really wanted to do, and I couldn't make it happen because they kept hitting me with copyright shits. So we'll just move right on to something else.
Sure.
Hey, Peyton. Russell, good to see you, brother. Queen Bird, Miss. We pretty much trimmed it down to about 8 folks in here. I'm actually amazed we still have that many. We had 55 people in here earlier.
Man, that's cool.
Really?
That was fucking absurd, dude. I was like twitching a little bit. Couldn't quite keep it.
I mean, it was good to see all the names that I saw down there. Mexican Long Hair, Exiled One, my son. You just to see all those people down there. That was super cool.
And I'll get him modded. I just haven't done it yet.
Right. Hey, I'm not hanging out the right place. I need to be at your place in Georgia, man. Because I just synced what you done.
I'll be drinking.
Allegedly.
Right,
Well,
no, that's a fact. I'm in my own.
I'll tell you, when I get this legal battle over with and done, I am planning a long road trip.
Hold on. I might be able to meet you somewhere. Listen.
No.
Hold on.
I want to come and stay with you, well as about a half a dozen others. I've got open invitations to stay with frickin' media. Steven's a friend of mine. So
all that noise. All I'm saying is I've got a spare room, and I'll send my kids elsewhere. That's not a problem. Okay.
Oh yeah. Josh over at AFA and frickin' media, and I open invitation. Joe Cool out in Chicago.
Here, I'm nowhere near Chicago, and I'm a little ways away from North Florida. Just say it.
Well, I love me some Savannah. That's where my roommate in college was from Savannah.
If I ever retire from this bullshit, I'll go to Savannah.
Dude, it was a beautiful city, unbelievably beautiful.
Actually, I have a design for an absolutely amazing airplane that I don't think anyone's thought of. If I can find someone to build the fucker, I'm just gonna leave. I'll call you. I'm talking a flying tiny house.
Cool. Very cool concept.
Never change the name. Flying tiny house is what you go with.
I'm gonna call it Catalina 2. I mean, it was the original flying yacht after all. And we have.
I gotta get going, brother. I need to exercise my dog, and I'm burning daylight.
Whenever, man. Hey, no, I don't want to take not 1 minute from your ability to make content. You go do your thing.
Good to be here. Thanks for having me.
Captain,
see you
great
later.
to share air with you, man. Thank you. I love you.
Likewise, sir. Have a great tomorrow.
Absolutely fantabulous. That man has got $1 million career in the future if he doesn't fuck it up.
I really like spending time with that guy. I love watching him, but getting to share air with him like this on a panel, I love it.
I'll be honest. I mean, I love each and every one of you like a brother and a sister, but if I could just watch y'all without having to interact with y'all, it'd be way cooler.
Right.
The fact is, go ahead.
Dude, I completely forgot to mention this. You know what? Did you see the video? What happened to me the other day when I was in court?
No, sir.
I'm just out there minding my own business, smoking a cigarette under a tree because it was sprinkly. And I hear honk, and I look over, and this dude like gives me the wave. So I waved back at him, went back to what I was doing, and he hollers, "Hey!" So I turned and looked, and I said, "What's up?" And he goes, "Are you CarThief?" "Why, yes, I am." "Are you a cop?" It was too cool. He lived just a few blocks away, and he drove there with the express intentions of telling me good luck in court. I'm one of your subscribers, and when I saw you drop that you were here, I had to drive over and just say hi. Man, that was
gotta be.
like that was like the night with the 55 Bel Air. Those guys.
Yeah. Oh,
Times
that was
10.
sweet. That was sweet as fuck, dude. That was amazing. I've had 2 events that I have to wonder about. One, right after I uploaded my second joke, I had about, I don't know, 43,000 views. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? I woke up the next morning, my phone was dead from notifications from YouTube. It was dead.
Damn.
Like,
Damn.
I had to start my phone up and go, shit, that bitch is dead. Plug it up, go to the store while it's plugged up to charge. And I get to the store and somebody's like, this old black dude comes up to me. He's like, you look familiar to me. Now, I'd only uploaded 2 videos at this time. 3, if you count the Sasquatch video.
Right.
Hey, Subtropical. Good to see you, baby. Hey, look, dude, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a little hammered right now. But Subtropical, listen, I could help you make your stream 10,000% better if you'll just work with me. I don't want nothing from you. I'm not stalking you. I was asked to help you by a fan.
That would be awesome. And appreciated whatever you ask me to do.
Hold on, CarThief. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm talking to Subtropical Botanica. I'm going to help you too.
Okay.
I've been doing the thing that I want to do for her.
Nice.
I've been doing that for you already. That's what I do. That's part of like the Sasquatch thing.
And it is greatly appreciated. Oh shit! It just went dim. I've got to go get on charger, otherwise I'm going to lose. And if you're still up, I will be back in a little bit. Let me get on a charger.
Okay, I'm going to set up about a 3-minute intermission, and I'll be right back.
Sounds good. I'll see you in a little bit, brother.
So anybody who has to be in chat, hear me out. I will be back in a few moments. I'm going to do this thing. I need to go talk to my wife for a moment. And beyond. Hold on. Do this right. Do it right. That's not right. I want to do it right. All right. So I'm going to go talk to Sasquatch for a moment. Get me probably a cup of coffee. Maybe not. I don't know. I haven't decided exactly what it's going to be yet. But when I do it, you'll know. I'll be back in about a minute and a half. Much love, brother.
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up, it's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. 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 Don't be scared. Stupid up, don't be scared. I'm so good, no I'm never turning back. I won't stop, I'ma fight until there's nothing left. It's so what, you're gonna be back. Cause I've been battling back. You don't wanna make me mad. I stay strong, you will never see me crack. And if you get in my way, you're gonna feel the wrath. Gotta say it to my face while he's looking back. Mirror breaks after math. When I hate, I attack. I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. 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 Don't be scared. Don't be scared.
Wait, I lost that bit. All right, so I'm cheating, right? I've got my OBS set up, but I don't have any sound in OBS. I can't make that work. I don't know why. Don't know. So what I'm doing is I'm using my desktop to trick. I'm sorry, I'm cheating. I'm using my desktop to trick my StreamYards into thinking that my OBS is actually working so that I can play sounds through my OBS, but I can play visuals through it no problem. Weirdest freaking problem I've ever dealt with. This is retarded. Hey, Rita, Work Lion is an absolute gem. If you can catch him as a sub, like, it's amazing. I'm not sure who he knows, what he does, why he is the way he is. I don't know none of that. I don't ask. It's not my business. But I mean, as far as I can tell, he's at every show and at every showing. He's early for early motherfuckers. And if you want him to recognize what you're typing, do it in caps, all caps. What's weird is, like, you see when he types, like he does the @SwizzMiz bit. Hey, silly, welcome to the show. He he obviously, like, copy paste it because the it's correctly thinged. I don't know. Anyway, I feel much better now. I thank y'all for allowing me to have a couple of intermissions. Okay, all right. I had to make sure everything was still functioning because StreamYard's sketchy sometimes. So in the future, all right. Let me get my brain wrapped around the right spot. Okay. I'm gonna start a backup channel. It will be completely unrelated to this channel. I might let a couple of people know about it. Beyond that, it's gonna have to grow on its own. It will include certain audiobooks, specific edits from well, let me rephrase that. Specific audio edits from certain aspects of my existence that has never been seen on this channel before. I am looking into purchasing a stream vehicle. A vehicle, yes, I said that out loud, a vehicle to act as a mobile broadcasting location. Not only for me, but for me to go find my previous guests, wherever they may be, and to broadcast whatever the hell they happen to be doing whenever I show up. This means I'm not that I'm not intending on showing up notified. It's going to be a case of Sasquatch found you. Now what? What do you do with it? You know, everybody's looking for Sasquatch, but what happens when Sasquatch finds you? We're going to find out because I'm going to go find some folks. I'm going to go specifically. I have a few people in mind specifically. I'm going to go hunt down Bigfoot Anon. I desperately want to be in one of those movies. They're so great and horrible. It's great. I'm going to go hunt down Official Forest of Monsters. You can find him on TikTok as Forest of Monsters. I want to go find Mid-South Sasquatch, Show Me Sasquatch, and any other Sasquatch I can find on YouTube. I want to go have a dick measuring contest amongst Sasquatches. And then I want to go find my auditor buddies, right? That's all 36 of them or whatever, 57, however many there are. And then I'm going to go live with Joe Cool for about 2 weeks because I figure a white guy like me could benefit from some experience like that, right? I go live in like a fucking slum of Chicago or something. I don't know. I'm not sure where he lives. I'll be honest. I just like to hear him talk to cops. Wait, I have style. I do apologize. I never meant to have any actual style. Um, honey, I wait. I'm sorry. I do apologize. Hold on. Subtropical Botanica advised you to change your name to exactly what you have it, and suddenly people can find you. That's great. You're doing your craft streams. That's awesome. Um, the only concern I have, all you need to do is figure out how to interact with your chat a little bit more, right? And then put more pig on. I want to see your pig. Your pig is beautiful. That's the most beautiful pig I've ever seen. Almost as pretty as Frankenstein. Frankenstein was a prettier pig. I called him Herman for obvious reasons, but he was beautiful. He was a really beautiful pig, but Blue is a damn fine pig. Scrumptious. Or should I say beautiful. Blue is a beautiful pig. It really is. I was a pig farmer. I'm sorry. I've seen ugly pigs. I don't know what to do with myself. Hey, Subtropical, would you like to come up and have a discussion with me? We could talk about pigs. I happen to know a little bit. Yeah, I know you got a computer. You got the thing that you need to come talk to me. I would like to talk to you. I'll end this stream immediately. Because I think you have a 2 million sub channel, but you just need a little experience behind it. I can help with that. And I don't want nothing. I don't care. I don't give two tiddly shits. If you make $2 billion, I don't want it. I don't care. I just don't give a shit. I am perfectly comfortable in my life. I'm not after anything you have or CarThief or anybody else has. I just want better content. The only way I know to make better content is to take what I've learned from YouTube over the last 6 years and try to teach the people making content today. The best way to do that is to go find the people who are making content now. Like Rita. Like, I've looked at some of your work. I've seen what you've done. I am aware of what it looks like in editing. I'm still amazed that you're able to do that without actually catching like hardcore strikes. I'm amazed. And I send all of my friends links to your premieres so that we can be in the same movie and have the conversation. Admittedly, we do that in private conversations, but we're there. We're all there. All 16 of us are there. We just don't talk in your chat because, you know, like, we've seen the movie. We all worked in movies, so it's not fair is the way we see it. Like, for instance, if I go to a bar and there is a movie based or pop culture based trivia game, I don't play. Locally, I'm verboten. I cannot play. They will not permit me to play any movie based trivia anywhere in this county. Or actually, this county and a few counties around. Me and a few other of my friends are completely verboten. We're not permitted to do that. No. But when it comes to like the movies that you're putting out, I look at them and I'm like, oh, that's cool. And I send them to the Wolfman. He sends them to Dr. fucking Jim. And then it goes on from there. And we watch them separately. I don't know how to explain it. We watch them. We've all seen them. We watch them again. Like the Three Amigos, beautiful. Inner Space. I don't know what you're doing exactly. I think I know, but I don't know particular. Inner Space. Do Inner Space. to inner space. That and Nothing But Trouble. Yeah. Hey, Subtropical. No shit. Wait, hold up. What did I say? Yes. Yes, no, like Mr. Giant's through. Yes, yes, exactly. Except here's the thing. I'm fixing to probably drop off of connection and I'm gonna freeze up and all kinds of shit's gonna go horribly wrong. But it's because my connection has ended because it's like 11:04. Welcome to Georgia. I'm in a rural town and we don't generally get decent internet connection. Hey, we're gonna actually make it through this one. Great. Here, here. Yeah, no, the dick knows. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, you're correct. My internet is going slam fucking buggy. I'm sorry. Can't help that. I'm probably skipping out roboting like crazy. God damn it. Yeah, okay. Whatever. All right. So next week sometime I'm gonna put together a PayPal, something along those lines. I don't want your money. I do. All right. I do not want your money. I don't want it. You can send it. I'll fucking use it. I don't care. You can give me money if you want to, but I don't want it. I don't want it. Keep it. Use it to raise your babies. Use it to make a damn fine country. Use it for whatever the fuck. Use it for a good party on Tuesday night. But listen, what I'm saying is I don't want your money. I'm going to start a PayPal because I said I would. I'll put it over there on my about page and I'll pretend it doesn't fucking exist. If anybody wants to link it, fine, whatever. I don't care. The point is, I don't want your money. I'm going to do the show. I'm going to show content I think is great. I don't care about the rest of it. If they fucking ban me, I will start again and I will show content I think is great. That's what it comes to. Rita, great content. Subtropical Botanica. This woman, listen, you can call it whatever the fuck you want to call it. But I saw that woman picking oranges in a full length sequin a full length sequin dancing gown. Vintage. If that's not what it takes to make it on YouTube, I'll eat my hat. And I don't wear hats. Just saying. It had to be 102. It had to be. And she was out there picking oranges because she thought you might enjoy it. That is what it takes to make it on YouTube. That's the kind of thing it takes to follow through. Hold on. To follow through with a concept to completion. It takes an inner core of steel to do the things that when you look at them, you laugh and you go like, I would never do such silly shit. And we do it because it entertains you. We are dancing monkeys that dance. But it's okay. No, we volunteer to dance and we're good with it. Okay. So Rita's Juicy Life, she shows movies. They are fantastic. I have a couple of suggestions, but not many. For instance, and this is merely a suggestion, I have no interest in taking over your channel or nothing like that. But if you haven't checked out the Trinity series, you really should. Trinity is awesome. It's phenomenal. Hey, Grim. Hey, dude. Come talk to me for a minute. I'm doing 1,000 sub thank you stream, and I'm going until there's nobody here. So if you're up and it's not too terrible late, I would welcome the conversational enjoyment. That'd be cool. I'll even throw like the link in there and shit. Wow. Go check out Grim Reaper. I actually brought him up a little earlier. Now I can't actually quantify what it is this channel's about because it's about everything. But he specifically goes after anachronisms, if I had to put it to a particular word. He looks for places where people tend to double back on themselves linguistically. Whenever you're like, hey, yeah, I'm a full on supporter of such and such. And then he's like, what about this? And like, well, unless they do that. What about this? Unless they do that. He's really good at picking out the gaps in what people support. I can support that, if nothing else. Actually, yeah, no. God damn it, Miz. You are just phenomenal. Hey, no, the link's there, Subtropical. I will go offline the second you come in. I'll teach you how to utilize StreamYards to your fullest effect, and you'll be probably a 5,000 sub channel in about 9 months. But if you want to skip all that and just go on with what we're doing, that's fine. I'm hammered, and I don't blame you. Catch me on a sober night, and I'll give you 10K subs in 6 months. But I can't help you beyond that. All I can do is what I was asked to do. I was asked to quote unquote, and this is how I'm out of chaser because I spilled it all. I was specifically asked to, and I quote, just help her get streaming. Okay. You've done that. You've accomplished that. You're working on it. You've got it. You've got that shit with both fucking barrels. I'm down on it. I got that and some other shit. That is wrong. Hold up. Right. Okay. I wonder if that's going to actually start up. Okay. Yeah. No. I mean, like, go do your thing. But just so you know, one of the people that asked me to come help you stream are currently in my stream. So, like, he'll be over there and over here. It's good. But that's all I want to do. I want to help. I'm tell whoever it is that your significant other or whatever. I don't give a fuck about your whatever. I don't care. All I want is better content. I think you have the capability of making exceptional content, and I think you just need a little just goading in the right direction. Nothing in particular. First of all, Blue is probably the star of your fucking channel. He's great. He smiles at every fucking picture. Blue is great. I love it. It's awesome. Hold up. Beverages. Everybody needs. Hey, Grim. Whoa, hold up. We got shit happening. It's happening. All right. What's up, Grim?
You playing games again?
Am I? Yes, of course. But am I keeping you up late? I wouldn't want to.
Well, just because it's after 4 o'clock in the morning, it doesn't mean to say it's late.
Silly's in the chat too. That's cool. Hey, Grim, I want to tell you something. I love you. I love Rita too. I love Queen Bird, Subtropical Botanica. That was a tough choice of name, but that's the way it works. I love you. I do. And you want to know what? I made 1,000 subs. Why? Fucking no goddamn clue. I couldn't tell you.
Maybe it was the reading of the books.
Maybe. I didn't read them. It wasn't me.
Oh, right. Oh, no, you didn't. You just put the, what you call it?
Edited some shit together so that it made a little sense. And I'm going to do a much better version. Hey, new guru. Welcome to the fucking stream, brother. Have you started content yet? Film something. Upload it. Right? I'm sorry. I apologize. You're British. You don't understand American euphemism.
Talking to me?
Try again.
You're not talking to me.
I am a god among men. or a YouTuber, one or the other. I can't decide which.
Well, I know you have your delusions, but it's fine.
Hey, my delusions are mine, and you can't control them. Thank you.
I think we should stand up for the freedom of to be able to have delusions as a right.
Yeah, I agree with that. 100%.
Evening, New Guru. Are you following me around or what?
I hope so, because he shows up here after you do. Actually, I think he was in earlier for a second.
Probably. I just wondered what you were up to. That was all. Saw you were live, and I thought I'll say hello.
I appreciate it, brother. Actually, I actually want. I'm sorry. Like I said, I've been celebrating. So
That's
I've been
fine.
drinking a little bit. Give me a second. I'll get my words back in the proper order.
Does help.
I wanted you to try to explain your streaming platform one more time for everyone
Right.
in the peanut gallery, please.
Okay. It's a free service.
Right.
It's the equivalent of YouTube, or it will be. And the idea for me is to run streams on the website,
Right.
and which you can't run on YouTube because of terms and conditions and
Yes.
terms of service.
Right. Okay. So let me ask you a question. Suppose I want to show a movie over there and I'd like to talk a bunch of shit over it. Is that cool?
Yes, because what we can do, the way we can do that is we can watch the movie first, right, and then go live.
So we cannot actually stream the movie itself there.
How long's the show going to be? Because I've got to think of the time difference.
Okay. Let's call it an hour and 10 minutes. Let's call it 70 minutes.
Oh, I thought you were talking about, like 4 or 5 hours on the bounce.
Oh, no, sir. I'm not talking about a series. I'm speaking of, let's say, Thor, Love and Thunder. I wish to show Thor, Love and Thunder. I want to talk about it with my people that are on your website. And then we're going to edit that down to a point where it makes sense and uploaded the edited content to YouTube.
Yeah.
No copyright issues on YouTube. Are there copyright issues on your streaming site?
Not as far as I'm concerned.
And you are the personal owner of this site?
Of the Grim Reaper show? Yeah, Grim Reaper owns it.
Okay. One more question, and I'll be done with this. Does anyone else own any aspect of private ownership of your site?
No, I own the name.
Okay, so with that being said, we can do reaction channel builds over there and it won't be an issue?
Not as far as I'm concerned, no.
We're not talking about doing well, no, actually, we're going to do the full-on upload of movies, music, video, and everything, and then carry the edited non-copyright parts to other stream sites. Is that an issue?
No, it's not.
Okay, well, then in that case, I will attempt to bring every single one of my previous guests over to you to try to get them to stream to your site, because I think that's a valuable bank of information capable of utilizing amazing content that is difficult to pull off without.
I can even upload the original full content onto your blog page.
Okay, yeah, you can do that onto your site. I'm talking about all right. I'm sorry, I may have misrepresented. Let me try again, more loquaciously. All I need is a location to upload streamable material that I can edit down to a utilizable non-copyright material that I can upload to YouTube, Rumble, and various other sites so that I don't have to store it on my local hard drive. Yes?
Yes.
No.
Yes. You can do that.
Motherfucking tastic. You are $10 million richer. Let me tell you. Because if I had the ability to do what you're fucking talking about, I could have a much better channel, is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Rita, that shit was for you. Okay, so now that we're on to a different part of the
all we have to do as Sasquatch is to make sure that I'm around at the same time. So we just got to match the time up. That's all.
And as far as that's concerned, when it comes down to it, you just have to basically at the other end of it. Okay, first of all, wait, back up. Sorry, I apologize. I got too far. What we wish, what we as creators want, is a place to store our data for a time period so that I can have time to edit it down to a MST3K type of setup, right? I just need somewhere that doesn't eat up my fucking 19 terabytes of information that I am currently eating up. Okay. I'll delete that shit as I get to it. Once I get to where I have it uploaded to the places that is monetizable, I just need a buffer, a little bit of like between here and there, somewhere where I can upload something that's not quite ready for YouTube, but is better than what would be for a private website, right?
Yes.
So I'm not talking about the full movie. I'm talking about my reaction to the full movie that doesn't quite clear copyright claim.
Yes, that's fine.
Right. So once I get it through your process, I take it to YouTube and edit it down to clear proper copy.
I know what you mean. Yes. Yeah, we can do that.
I apologize. Proper copyright claim and move it on right the fuck out. Yep. Yes, we are cheersing. Are you drinking now, Wife Squatch? Wife Squatch is drinking now, folks. Y'all better watch the fuck out. Shit's gonna get wild now. All right, Graham. I'm sorry. What I'm saying is like middle ground. I'm looking for middle ground. I need middle ground. I can pitch your site. I've been asking you to come on for a minute. I can pitch your website to every single previous guest that I've had, all 49 of them, as a single click option to upload random streams with no copyright issues. Correct?
Yes, we can sort that out. That's not a problem.
Right. So it's privately owned, privately operated, and privately adjudicated. Adjudicated? One of those words.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there is no copyright issues at
So
all.
occasionally, I'm going to send you a person. I'm going to send you a channel. I'm going to send you a link. I'm going to send you an individual that I think has the capability of expanding beyond YouTube in a way that's beneficial to you. And I don't really give a shit what it does for me. I don't care. What I'm saying is, these are people who are in danger of being they are not monetizable. Not monetizable. They are incapable of being monetized on YouTube because of their subject matter. They can't monetize on your channel. I'm sorry. They can't monetize on your site because it's not a monetizable site. But if you had enough creators on that site, would it not become a monetizable site?
We can sort something out because the way that we are looking at doing it is if we yes, well, in short, yes.
If you don't want to answer, just tell me. I won't answer that question. No shade. I don't care. I'm trying. I see what you're doing. I don't want to steal your idea and I don't want to take it. I would like to facilitate it if it's in the same vein as my concepts, right? Free speech.
Yep.
All right, we're good. So, what I'm getting at is this. I have close to 65 previous guests. Most of them only stream to YouTube. I could easily hand you 40 or so that just upload every other day or so, give or take. I've got a few others outside the pale that I can influence, but I can't make them, so to speak.
Yeah.
I can't make any of my previous guests. That's not what I'm implying. I am implying that I know a whole bunch of motherfuckers on YouTube. They don't know me as Caucasian Sasquatch. They know me under different profiles. But
Yeah.
suppose you had, let's hypothetically just pick a number from the fucking pie in the sky. 100 creators on YouTube, at least, a combined 200,000 subs that started making content using full-on copyrighted material on your website. Could they use it to compile their reactions or whatever?
Yes.
And then upload to YouTube afterwards?
Yes. And
Would that
also,
create a copyright issue?
there's no copyright issues.
Motherfucking tastic. Thank you. Because I had an argument with somebody the other day about that. Because no, it can't. You privately own it. If you do not come out yourself and say copyright, doesn't matter.
There is no copyright.
But no, there is if you say so.
Yeah, I don't enforce any copyright.
I understand what you're saying, but I'm saying as a private company, you can enforce copyright if you choose to.
Yes, but I don't.
Right. I get that, but I don't part. I'm just saying you can't. You have that authority because it is your site. You fucking own it, correct?
Yep.
All right. That's all I wanted to clarify. That's it. That's the bulk of it. If we can get you 150, 250 content creators capable of producing content worth what people want to look at, maybe it's possible to monetize that shit in the future. But right now, it's a private industry.
Yes, I know what you're saying, and our aim is to eventually be able to monetize people who create their own content.
Yes, sir.
We don't monetize. Well, I don't monetize.
Right. Go ahead.
To the individuals, and if they've got merchandise and things like that that they want to sell, we can link that on, and we can do it through an affiliate program.
Exactly. Thank you. Oh, that releases all of my internal stress. What I'm getting at is this. I have discovered I have discovered a location that I can upload content to, edit it however the fuck I want to, and later release it to YouTube so that it is actually monetizable in a way that actually works. And I don't have to pay nobody to fucking do it. I can just talk to Graham and be like, hey, I'm doing this thing or not. He doesn't give a shit. He doesn't care. If you think it might be a problem, let him know.
The only thing which we may need to do, because we may need to get a bigger server, we may need to make an anonymous charge on a monthly basis.
At that point in time, we will establish a charge for that stuff.
Yeah, it will. The way I'm looking at it at the moment is, if it's just the facility to do it, nothing else, I'm looking at something like a $5 monthly charge.
Right, but no. I want to get you beyond that. What I am hoping to do, I have a stable of 55 individuals that give a shit. 25 that are willing to do what I say because I was like, hey, you might want to try this. Not because of any other reason than they know I was involved in the building of other channels that are million channel subs. Sorry. I'm drunk. I'm celebrating.
Well, what have you celebrated?
Let me finish. Million sub channels. I've got 2 or 3 under my belt that are 2.3 million and beyond.
Wow.
These are things that I've done because I really like the content. Go check out Disturbing. That's not one of the biggest. That's just one I really, really like. Disturbing. Anything he does, great work.
Well,
here's another really good.
They need a copyright-free platform.
I'm getting to that. That's the one I'm talking about right now. Hold on. mystery schooler. He is dealing with copyrighted material on the daily, but what he specifically wants to do is not copyrighted, it is educational.
Yep.
Easily. It's just that he doesn't have anywhere to put his uploadable material to be able to manipulate it so that he can make an educational stream. He has no choice but to upload the sources, talk through the source, and then try to deal with it after the fact. And the fact is, he gets copyrighted more than he doesn't because he has no choice but to work with long form content. If he had the ability to edit what he had done already without having to deal with the YouTube issue, he would be able to upload stuff to YouTube that's fully monetizable and completely non-copyrightable and have a functional, viable, monetizable channel. George, hey George, I'm talking to you specifically. Monetizable channel. Okay.
That is what, believe it or not, that is what we're actually looking for.
No.
So the creators can monetize themselves, whether that be through advertisement, whether that be through putting themselves behind a wall, so they charge people to come in. It's entirely up to them.
Yes.
If they can do it, if they come up with an idea and we can work it out, we'll do it. I like the way you have a shot, by the way.
What I'm getting at is this. I know people who haven't figured out how to make non-copyrightable material for YouTube. They're looking for somewhere that they can just throw some shit up and then download it and edit it so that it passes muster, right?
Yes.
I have been sending your people way. I'm sorry. English, motherfucker, do you speak it? I have been sending people your way for the past, 3 weeks, 4 weeks? How long ago was whenever. Nobody, as far as I can tell, nobody's fucking taking the bait. You found ATL on your own. You did that. Congratulations.
Yeah, I was talking to ATL. We got on really well.
Yeah, no, he's great. He's great. A lot of people think he's angry about shit. He's not. That's just the accent.
Yeah.
All right. All right, let's try this one more time. I want to get this clear for Subtropical Botanica. Let me get this right. You have a streaming platform, correct?
Yes.
You can upload anything to it, correct?
Yes.
And the worst that happens is you don't get paid for it.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, no, that's great. That's fantastic. I can use that to edit from for 1,000 years and I'll have an amazing
I can even tell you how it's done or how we are going to do it. How's that?
No, that's your secret.
But we'll do that when you're sober.
No. No. That's your secret.
All right. Okay.
I'm
I'm just very transparent. That's all.
Okay, that's fine. And later we can get together with a few people that I know that have actual financial backing, and we can start a real fucking streaming site that takes on fucking like shit and really.
We are now talking exactly the same.
No, we are not. We are talking two totally different analogies. I am talking about the people that have amazing amounts of money. Listen, I'm married into a family that has an absurd amount of money. When I did that, I found out about things that I was unaware of before, and I simply wish to make other people capable of understanding it. The average person can't. They just don't get it.
Yeah.
I could say lizard people, and they would be like, "Hey, wait, whoa! I apologize. I'm sorry. Oh no, my bad." No. She doesn't want to be on public. I got to get off. Hey, hey, y'all 7 people. Listen, there are 7 people in chat right now. I will allow y'all backstage. Join me. We'll have this conversation. We'll finish this completely out. Now, I assure you, I am not done fucking with Grim. Grim has an idea that is worth $10 million more. Believe it or don't, I don't give a shit. That's not my fucking concern. My point is the ability to put together information in a place where nobody can fuck with it is an amazing capability. If I had that 6 months ago, I'd be a 2 million sub channel by now. And you can disbelieve me or not. I don't really give a fuck. My point is, we're going backstage. I have a conversation I wish to have with specifically Grim and Swiss Smith. I want to talk to them. Hey, yeah, no, Anunnaki party. I get it. What I'm saying is this. Let me do the whole invite. Copied. I'm going to put it in there and paste. I will put it in here and paste. And we're going to do a... no, do right. Do right. Give me 2 seconds, Grandma. I'm sorry. I'm going to put it everywhere I can think of. Hey, y'all click that. Come talk to me. We'll be off YouTube when I get back. I'm going to play out a little bullshit so that there's a little music for folks to fucking pay attention to. But I've got one of the people backstage that I really wanted to talk to about this. So I'm going to use my usual intermission sound. No. I'm going to end the show.
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want, and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no, I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel